Wasn't it? It weren't far off going. It's strong magnetism because it wasn't going that fast either.
There's a very good chance that's going to happen.
Yeah, I thought we had a good one.
How are we going to plan for that? Strategy.
I think just sit on the coat, really.
Welcome back to our live Roger Robert Clark coverage, then sponsored by Viking Motorsport, and we are at the end of the second stage of this third day of action. This is the Riccarton stage. 10.3 miles long. We started today with the Tommy's Fell stage, the new stage slotted in as Ash Park was unavailable to us. Fair play to the organisers getting that done at such short notice. That is what we know well of Colin Heppenstall and his team and this fantastic event, isn't it? So after here we're into Hyndlee and we've got a team out filming in Hyndlee as well. So just like the last couple of days, we will have action for you from this second stage where we will be getting stage end reaction from the crews, and then we'll have action as well, including our drone team, the Eastwood Drones team. Chris and Ben doing a fabulous job of giving us a very different perspective of the action. Hopefully you've been enjoying their daily reels as well. And we'll have their coverage along with the rest of our team in the third stage of the day. 8 stages, 66 miles planned for today. Day 3 in Scotland. Then we cross over between Northern England and Scotland on today's stages. The couple of stages that we're in now, very similar, almost identical in fact, to the stages that we covered for the Border Counties on the Pro Tyre BTRDA coverage earlier in the season. We have the Mini Rally Challenge joining us, and you saw actually Simon Austin with Dave Vardy almost going off in that Rally Car for Hire Mini, that R50 Cooper, understeering in the ice. It's very icy, very snowy up here, which I guess we knew, but all the talk was that it would be a little bit warmer, marginally so, and it would be wet, as in wall-to-wall rain, which would just wash the stages away. I know Oshan and a few others were looking forward to just having some actual rain and consistent grip here on the stages. That is not the case. It is pretty treacherous out there, which has been the theme of the week. A reminder of where we sat overnight. I don't have up-to-date results for you from the first of the Tommy's Fell stage, I'm afraid, but we will give you an update on results in a short while, and you can keep checking the Roger Robert Clark social media as well for a results leaderboard update. Oshan Price, Dale Furness led overnight. Oshan frustrated at the stage in last night to have lost a minute stuck in a ditch, succumbing to the conditions, but he still has a 29-second lead over Paul Barrett and Gordon Noble. Paul has been quick and he got to grips with the conditions pretty swiftly to steal a bit of a march on those around him in the leaderboard, making ground up quickly over the first couple of days in Wales. Martin McCormack, Barney Mitchell, just over a minute and a half back in the BMW E30 M3, but I tell you what, they have been more in contention than they talked about being, and perhaps we expected them to be in that BMW. Multiple event winners here on the Roger Robert Clark, and showing all of their experience to make the best of what they've got with that BMW, with its limited testing on gravel, a car we're used to seeing now on asphalt, particularly in Europe, but they've started to creep in over here as well. But to see one driven that well on the gravel, and I have seen some videos that you guys have been posting on socials over the last couple of days as well, and they have been pushing hard. Had a few lucky escapes as well, as have everybody. Diffrig James, Emir Jones, only a further 9 seconds behind, so look out for that one as we go into this third day of competition. The midpoint of the top 10 leaderboard looking very interesting indeed. Greg McKnight, Harry Marchbank leading the open category. quite convincingly so as well, with their sights though set, as he was quite keen to tell us in the interviews in service yesterday, Greg, on the overall leaderboard. Harry Marchbank alongside. 1 minute 12 back in 5th at this stage. That is nothing on this rally, as you may know, and breathing down his neck quite literally, and he'll be able to hear it with its open pipes and that glorious British Leyland 70s V8 soundtrack. It is Mark Higgins and Carl Williamson and Triumph TR7 V8 when Mark trundled past us with the engine cutting on day one, telling us it was all over. I didn't think we'd be here with that TR7 V8, that David Appleby engineering car, in the mix and in 6th position on the leaderboard, fighting to move up it. Carl Williamson alongside. We saw Florence Butler there coming through the stage in not a Mini Rally Challenge spec car anymore. Had a few upgrades to help the car manage the full 5-day event, but very much a Mini Rally Challenge based car. Her and Gareth Humphreys doing the full Roger Robert Clark 5-day adventure, compared to the other minis that you will see here today, just doing Super Saturday. The 8 stages of today making up their final round of the championship. Continuing with our top 10 overall, Dan Mennell, John Roberts. Dan was a bit perplexed on day one to be outside of the top 10 and a bit disappointed actually. So to speak to him yesterday, just 22 seconds back from 3-time British Rally champion and absolute legend Mark Higgins, and to be chasing him down in that car prep Escort. He was quite chuffed with that. The big talk of the week, surely though, Arnie Radstrom. Unbelievable performance in that Volvo 262. We have been so impressed, but we talked to him on Wednesday at Scrutineering, and he and Kentola Bjorkland weren't shy about telling us they wanted to be in the mix with the Escorts and mixing them up. He's certainly been doing that. 8th overall on the leaderboard at this stage. These are the results overnight. I haven't got the results from the first stage. Thomas fell this morning. Shade over 3 miles long to open day 3. Ben Friend, Cliff Simmons, 9th overall. Happy with the way things were going. They lost the gearbox in that last loop of stages yesterday, and he had first, third and fourth maybe gears. But the gearbox making some dreadful noises, but they got through. Ben was quite happy, and they had a gearbox they will be changing overnight. In fact, they've got 2 spare gearboxes with them. He was quite proud to tell me, so wasn't worried about that at all. And then Kachow, Tom Wasder, Will Atkins, who have been lighting up the stages in more ways than one, not least with that Lightning McQueen livery, are rounding out the top 10 at this stage. Talking about liveries, Holly McRae doing her first rally on the day, 30 years to the day that her dad and all of our hero, Colin McRae, won his World Championship in that Mini Rally Challenge Mini. Has a livery and a half, doesn't she? That Valvoline livery is quite a throwback, and will make a few of us misty-eyed, not least Holly herself. I'm sure, ironically, she probably remembers that livery less than the rest of us, but that doesn't take anything away from it at all. That's a moment for Holly and John Armstrong, her boyfriend and European Rally Championship winner, alongside co-driving. First time he's co-driven in the car since he was about 17, knocking about with mates in Ireland, she said earlier to Matt Cotton in service. So and we knew this morning would be treacherous, and perhaps most treacherous for those who haven't yet done any of the stages this week. Car 324 you just saw going off, that was Chris Allen. Cahill McElhenney in the in the R50 Cooper. 2 classes of minis in the Mini Rally Challenge, in case you're not up to speed on their format of things. The first class is the R50, the normally aspirated Chrysler engined 1.6 minis, just shy of 120 brake horsepower. Nice revvy little things. And then there's the R53 supercharged class, the 1.6 supercharged cars that I've had a bit of a taste of, and they are absolutely fantastic. I haven't actually driven an R50, funnily enough, but the supercharged one is a lot of fun, but it will be a handful on these stages because that supercharger can get away from you, but you could be on a shopping trolley and it would get away from you in these conditions, that is for sure. So that is not saying anything at all. But the two classes of Mini Rally Challenge joining us for the last round of their championship, running ahead of the field in reverse seeded order, along with the pre-68 historics and the up to 1600s. And then we'll have the main field through, ready to battle it out again on these cold, snowy, icy Scottish and Northern English stages on day 3 of the Roger Albert Clark Rally. If you're just tuned in, I'm Paul Woodford. I'm delighted to be with you. Phil Brammill will be live once again this afternoon, and we'll be bringing you live coverage of every single entry. Fair play to Phil and Jamie, who've been out there doing that. Chris and Ben on drone duty, mixing with that footage, and Luke Leonard out there as well. I've got Sam Leonard on camera with me, with our producer Wayne Goldring in the special stage studio van. I would say keeping nice and warm, but he has to keep the door open, so that's some consolation for us stood out here while we're doing that, so he can shout things at me. Nice things, usually, when the radio's not working. So it has been an epic adventure for us guys as well, and we've been showing you a little bit behind the scenes, but if you tune in for our daily, I suppose, summary reel being put together by the Eastwood guys this evening, there'll be a bit more of a flavour of what it's been like behind the scenes for us following this epic adventure on the road. It's just one of those rallies that is far more than a rally, and you almost have to do it, or have to have done it back in the day on one of the original R.A.Cs, of which this event takes its inspiration and has very much managed to rekindle some of the magic from, in order to understand what I mean by that. But hopefully we're bringing you a bit of the flavour of that, and you're getting the idea. But we've been having a lot of fun, as you've seen from the retro rally report shows we've been doing on an evening as well, and we've been sharing some of your photos and adventures here on the Roger Albert Clark with your families, and when you've been sat watching the rally report on an evening with the rally dogs, or you've been stage side indeed, and we've enjoyed doing that. We're going to keep doing that, so do keep sending us your photos, and if you've got any clips from the stages, of course we can include those in the rally report in our fan can section as well. We'll be doing something with rally jackets, retro rally jackets, which fits very nicely in with what I've been doing on the rally report shows this week. So if you're here, I've just seen a very nice Rothmans rally jacket walking into the stage. It was attached to a man, wasn't walking on its own. You may be surprised to know, or not. We're going to be doing something fun with those in the next couple of days. So get your photos of you out on the stages in your retro rally jackets. And we do need to have some fun with those, so we will be. And I've got a very special, I got a David Appleby Engineering rally jacket on for last night's rally report show, which I hope you all enjoyed. I know we had a few comments about that. You can actually get hold of those yourself by going to the David Appleby Engineering website, bringing back the British Leyland Triumph colours on the stages, and they are excellent as well. Never before have I seen so many people wearing British Leyland rally jackets in the forests. It must be what it was like to be around in the 70s. I've got another very special rally jacket to share with you. Hopefully tonight, if we manage to sort it out. But you'll see, there's a bit of an adventure going on there to try and get this rally jacket. And I'm just in full nerd mode, to be honest with you. John Leckie, Gareth Price, our first through on today's reverse seeded first section of the entry in their Toyota Corolla AE86 that John has built for just this rally. And these things are getting hard to find. You're talking 30, 40 grand for a road going one in what I would call reasonable conditions. So rally cars like this take a lot of building, sourcing parts for. Very special indeed. I'm going to let John pull closer to the road so we're not holding up the marshals, and then we will get a few thoughts. I just want to... We haven't got the results from the first stage, or indeed this one, but we will have some reaction from the crew. So let's see how John found that. John, what are the conditions like in there? Silly question.
Absolutely amazing.
Love it.
Need more of it.
That's exactly why you build a car like this, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. It's not built for speed, it's built for just pure enjoyment. And that was cracking in there.
Good to hear. John's having a ball here on day 3 in his very, very smart Toyota 11 Corolla AE86. Corolla GT as we knew them across here, with its rear-mounted reversing like that. They became very formidable rally cars on the stages, and even more so on the road rally circuit. Did the AE86s, mentioned the other day, but Alex Allingham, who's out here watching actually, or was on the Welsh section anyway, has got an AE86 and very kindly let me drive it for a feature a few years ago now. It's amazing how time flies. But I'm a big fan of those cars. Tony Jardine is celebrating 50 years of rallying of his own career here at the Roger Albert Clark, and he has done a lot. Something like, was it 30? You saw the features the other day. Maybe 30 R.A.C rallies, including the R.A.Cs back in the day. So here he comes in his Avenger. Someone who needs no introduction in historic rallying, the communications director at Hero ERA, so no stranger to endurance events. You see a little bit of damage on the front of that Avenger actually, the bonnet just sitting up slightly at this side as if he's perhaps thumped something. I haven't actually caught up with Tony thinking about it, so maybe get a bit of info about what's going on there. Tony, we loved your feature. Hopefully we'll get a bit more insight from you as we go through. What's happened to the front of the car?
Well, we deranged it because I went off in the ice last night, and then we've been in the garage all morning getting the suspension rebuilt and the front end, so all back together and so on and so forth. So
I missed that, so hopefully we're going to get a little video from you to put in the show.
Yeah, no, that's very kind of you. Yeah, we've done a little update, but we're just trying to use what gravel and grass there is because it's compacted ice and all that, but what do I know? I'm just listening to the expert.
What do you know 50 years in? I don't know. There's not a lot you don't know. Tony Jardine. Alex Proctor alongside. Simon Austin here is new to the Mini Rally Challenge. We'll get him into the stage end here. Only been out in a couple of events. Used to competing as Ginetta Juniors actually. Simon, you made it, and we could see how hard work that was.
Honestly, that was like driving on an ice rink, literally. That was absolutely mental.
Fair play though, recovering from understeer like that, that's good.
Yeah, it's good. Really good for good confidence for the next time we do it this afternoon.
Make the most of it, because you'll look back and you'll realise you enjoyed it way more than you did at the time.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. That was hairy, to say the least. I think that's putting it lightly.
Well, he's happy, he's here, but that was hard work for Simon Austin. Bit harder than Ginetta Juniors, I would hasten to add, but never do that on ice, would you? Shaking his head in disbelief at just how exciting that was in the rally car, hire car. Steve Graham, always good to chat to. I don't know if he would mind me calling him a veteran competitor. You guys are going to have to go. Steve, slippery as you like it.
Bumpy on ice in there.
It is.
I was expecting a fairly nice stage, and obviously
Yeah, you guys were hoping for consistent rain, weren't you?
well, that'll be tomorrow.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
Well, all good though.
it'll be interesting to see what happens in that stage.
And how nice was that atmosphere last night at the service inn before we headed up north? The amount of people stood there watching you all come in.
Excellent. Yeah, the spectator numbers have been fantastic on the whole event so far.
You're enjoying yourself, I can tell.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's tough. Steve has done all but the first Roger Albert Clark rally.
They need to move it before someone crashes.
not our job. And that SPG hamster has done its fair share of Roger Albert Clarks over the years as well. It is not quite as bitterly cold, Sam. Would you agree, as Wales has been the last couple of days, but it's still got an edge to it, hasn't it? And our fingers have still gone numb pretty quickly. They're the first ones to get it. I think if you've done rally TV for long enough, I think your fingers don't become accustomed to the cold. I think they just get colder quicker. I'm hearing that Holly McRae is actually off in the stage. If I can get George Clark to give me a quick... What have you heard, George?
How are you?
I'm all right. What have you heard?
Sounds like Holly's slid off, and I think potentially on the roof, but it's not too bad apparently.
Crew okay?
Crew absolutely fine, yeah. They're just hoping that we can get some spectators to come back.
There we go. George is hoping for spectator power. Holly McRae off the road, possibly having rolled the car. Eight stages today then. 66 stage miles for the first of our northern days. 3 days based in Kielder. In Carlisle, sorry. And we moved to Kielder on Monday ahead of the bigger one. 40-mile stage, basically the mileage of one rally in a single stage. And it proved to be quite decisive last year. You can do 5 days of rallying across 3 countries, hundreds of stage miles, alongside competitors that have come from several different continents, and it can all come down to the very last stage. But as we always say, that's rallying, right? Next crew into the finish of the stage here. It is John Barker, who had a big crash on the Woodpecker stages. Managed to carry on, which was quite the story. Just rebuilt the car from here. He's actually Charlie Mathewson's driving instructor. And Charlie Mathewson clearly had a very good driving instructor, because he has been a 2-time junior rally champion, and on his first time of asking, could be the mini rally champion as well. It depends on what Tom Hind does. And we're going to see Tom fairly shortly. Tom Hind has to come first. With Charlie third or below to win the gravel championship. John, happy?
Oh, absolutely brilliant. That was a scary stage. It was just ice. I overtook 2 other cars, so I'm doing all right.
What would you say to one of your students in the driving instructor car in those conditions?
I think he's good. I'm going to tell him to be careful. I'll send him a text, yeah.
You won't get it now. I don't need to do this. There's too many things for me to crash into. Florence, mixing it with your fellow competitors in the Mini Rally Challenge, but you guys have already got a feel for the conditions.
Yeah, I thought we'd left the ice in Wales, but it doesn't seem we have. I went into that not really expecting as much ice as there was, and there was a lot of ice.
You're rightly pleased, though, to get through those first 2 days, weren't you? You were chuffed with yourself.
Yeah, I'm glad we made it up to Scotland, and now just not get too competitive today and just make it through to the end, and hopefully it'll warm up and there won't be as much ice.
Not get too competitive?
I know, I can't see a car in front and you're like, oh, I need to go. So I need to just stay calm and just get to the end.
Your dad will be saying, shut up, Woodford, shut up. Izzy Holman is shaking her head. She wants to go. Don't be listening to any of that, she says to Florence. But no, she's done a great job as Florence, really getting to grips with these conditions, and they're not easy. Right, come on, tell me about this.
Very slippy, very, very slippy in there.
I'm not talking about that, I'm talking about the moustache.
I just grown it over the winter, keeping my lip warm, you know. No, we're doing it for charity for one of the lads in the mini challenge. He's obviously said he lost his daughter to a, what was it?
Some sort of,
She had sort of some syndrome, so they lost.
How was that?
Slippy. Yeah, very, very, very slow, very slippy. Yeah.
Hey, you're here. On days like today, we can handle a little bit of caution, can't we, Catherine?
Roles have reversed. You're normally this side.
Normally, I wouldn't go with normally. Every now and again, Catherine's doing a great job getting through that first stage, and that is what this rally today for the Minis will be all about. To remind you, they're just doing today, so they're not used to these conditions. They haven't had the lead-in that our other competitors had. Well, I'll tell you what, it wasn't this slippery last time, was it?
It's a bit of a hell inside there. It's almost impossible just to stay on the road. It's unbelievable. Never find this kind of a condition in my life.
And yet, you're smiling. You're a typical rally driver.
Thank you. I enjoyed it.
He's enjoying himself. It's like hell in there, he says, with a massive smile on his face. Isn't that what you want to hear and see from rally drivers? I absolutely love that. And he's clipping up for later. It's what the Roger Albert Clark is all about. Simone Calzier, Fabrizio Felicia in the Peugeot 208, doing their second Roger Albert Clark. They came 5th in the Open Rally, having super rallied in 2023, 40th on the overall leaderboard, and I'm right, aren't I? He just proved to everyone he's a proper rally driver. It's like hell in there with a big grin on his face. I'm going to remember that moment, Sam. I like moments like that. One of a number of overseas crews joining us this year. How was that, Kevin?
You don't want to know. That was absolutely horrible.
The driver's giggling. It can't have been that bad.
Well, she's giggling because she's not screaming. Oh God, I don't know how slow we were, but we're here, and that's the main thing. We're fast.
Getting through is half the battle. These are proper R.A.C. conditions.
They are horrible. They really are. But hey, there you go. That's what we signed up for.
I mean, you weren't expecting sun, were you?
No, we weren't expecting sun. I wasn't expecting all that much snow, though.
Guys, good luck for the next few. You're through it.
Yeah. Thanks, Paul. Cheers.
There you go. Kevin and Tana Ablett. That's how to test your marriage, isn't it? Do an R.A.C. rally stage in the snow. They've been in the championship for a couple of years, haven't they? First time Tana has sat in with Kevin, though. A much loved member of the Mini Rally Challenge team. Oh, she has put that on the roof. At least the Valvoline branding still visible, George. That's important, isn't it? George just... I don't know if you can see that on the camera. Pick that out on the screen. We've got a picture of Holly's Valvoline Mini. Zoom in on that. There you go. Breaking news. Tell me you didn't pick a Lotus Cortina for stages like that.
It's unbelievable in there. That is, to me, that was way slipperier than some of the ones in Wales, including the one that they half cancelled. I mean, we were quite early into the stage, and there are two cars off big style that I noticed, and I was going straight on the road, so it's very, very tricky.
Hey, but we're rally drivers. This is what we do.
Yeah. You just got to drive to the conditions, which at the moment slow.
That's fine. We can handle that. I think back to when I was a kid. And it was never not snowing, was it, on the R.A.C. Paul Mankin in that Lotus Cortina reporting that was really, really tricky. But wow, I mean, it wouldn't be a Roger Albert Clark rally without some tricky conditions. I love that this is testing our crews. I know that it's hard work in the car, don't take anything away from that. But I love that they're being tested, and suddenly rallying becomes what it always was meant to be about, and getting through with the conditions you've got in one piece. And as quickly as possible, of course, but not at the expense of going off. You know, going slowly to get through the conditions in the snow, in the ice is fine. I remember that, watching that World Championship events as a kid, and knowing that that's what rallying was about. It's not a sprint. This rally is very different to anything a lot of these competitors will have ever done before. Of course, there are those who have done a fair few. Colin, if ever there were conditions for a Mini, perhaps they are those.
No way, no. Jesus, no. You were there, they were here. Oh, it was wild.
What would Paddy say?
Wild. There's a few Minis worse off than me in there.
But great fun. Great fun.
Would you call it fun?
Well, from here, it seems like fun.
On a wee go.
I would love a go, but you don't want me in there. Geraldine has her focused face on, so I'm going to let you go. Fabulous. Colin McDowell, Geraldine McBride alongside in the first of our Irish minis. Wyn Jones, I tell you what, Wyn has, we talk about adventures, he has been through the mill with that Avenger. The registration says shy. It's been anything but a shy performance from Wyn so far. Mechanical gremlins on the first day, but here he is, and again, just like the snow, that's what the R.A.C. is all about. You have had a tough event, it's got to be said, and now we're rewarding you with snowy stages in Scotland.
Brilliant. I enjoy that one. I shot myself a few times, but no. I'm rallying the snow for years. It was a squeaky bum stage.
Do you feel like a rally driver again, Wyn?
I don't know what I feel like, to be honest. I don't know, but I did enjoy. We passed 3 or 4 cars in there. There's a couple of cars upside down, and I thought, what the hell am I doing here now? Like, you know, I should be, but basically, rather than touching the brake, it's the old little lever. Avoid the front brakes, try and do something on the back. And
when was the last time you remember doing a stage like this?
The Pan around 1988, which I won.
There we go. Keep it going. Will it be winning conditions for Wyn in 2025? It was in 1988. And as I've mentioned a few times, there'll be crews doing the rally this weekend that remember conditions like these. But we've all been conditioned to think that we can't go rallying in the snow and ice, haven't we? So I know it's easy for me to stand here at the stop line and enjoy this, but I am. It's a spectacle. It's what rallying is all about. And I'll tell you what, cars like this Saab were built for the conditions like these as well, weren't they, Stephen?
It wasn't too bad. Yeah, we caught one up, and yeah, we kept up with the other one, so I'm quite happy. It was slippy though.
I love how relaxed you are in here. Everyone else has come through like, oh my God.
I don't have much of a choice, do I? No, it's good. Just cautious, that's all.
Fine, we don't mind. We've said that a few times. You can be as cautious as you like. It's a 5-day rally and you're on the ice in Scotland.
Exactly. I want to get to the finish. So, yeah, but that was, fun.
Lovely moment in traffic coming into service last night for the final leg up north, where the Saab was surrounded by trucks and cars and other rally cars in traffic. It just captures such an imagination, doesn't it, of the people watching at the side of the road, even of those who don't know what it is.
Yeah, the amount of people that come up, and when we got the bonnet off, they look at the engine and they go, wow, what's that? They've never seen anything like it before, so yeah, no, I love it. Love the little bugger. So yeah.
Right, keep the little bugger going. Stephen Higgins, Peter Johnston in the Saab 96, that 2-stroke burble. And the smell, oh goodness me, I wish we could bring you the smell on these stage side moments. It's the only thing we can't bring you. Hopefully you can, we also are not making your fingers drop off, are we? Hopefully you can sense the excitement down here though. It's just brilliant. It really is what it is all about. And talking about what it's all about, we saw the issues for the Skoda pair last night, Uldrich, Kovarik, and we are expecting that car will be back in action tomorrow, which is just fantastic. Uldrich Kovarik Jr. here. I'm not going to speak to him about his dad because everyone's doing that. How was that?
Hello, it was just perfect, pure fun. Perfect.
It's what these cars were made for, isn't it?
Yes, it is, exactly. That's what we need, snow, ice and everything. Yeah, we really enjoyed that.
What has been your highlight of the rally so far?
Everything. Everything, the atmosphere, so many fans around. I would like to say them all hello, and it's perfect that they are here in this miserable condition, so perfect.
These are not miserable conditions. Look at the smiles on all our faces. Uldrich, keep enjoying it. It is great to see our team from the Czech Republic enjoying their rallying, even if it has been a bit of a tumultuous week for the Skoda team. That old Octavia will be back in action tomorrow. How cool. Whoa. Tell you what, George, they are some conditions, aren't they?
Oh man, I'm not smiling so much now as I was yesterday. And I thought Wales was bad, but that was horrendous. That really was bad. And we've got to go through there. We've got to go through there again in the dark.
Oh dear, oh dear.
I love it.
Jill's not smiling. I'm going to let you go. It's hard work. It is hard work. Here's a man who I reckon, I'm going to just predict now that Rob Evatt has absolutely had a ball in there. How was that?
Slippery. I wasn't expecting that this morning.
Did you have a ball in there though?
Kind of, on and off.
Predicted that you might have done. That'll do.
Yeah, no, it was all right. Yeah, but yeah, puts you on nerve at times.
The original version of this would have done conditions like that plenty of times.
It would have done actually. Yeah. He was a much younger man than I am now, though.
Keep going, Rob. Rob and Michael Evatt in the lovely Team Unipart Morris Marina. The super chrome badges on the side make me smile every time that car drives into a stage end. Hopefully you're enjoying watching the action on the stage this morning. Thank you for tuning in to our live coverage brought to you by Viking Motorsport. Phil Mills and his team have done an incredible job of getting Rob Goff and Jack Bone back in the action after their off yesterday. We will bring you more on that in tonight's rally report. David, tell you what, this event is chucking every bit of weather at you, isn't it?
It is. I'm not impressed with some of the driving in there, though. We were stopped at post 4A because the car was off. We was told to go to the next radio point, report it, stop at the crew, report it, drive through to the stage slowly.
I'll tell you what, I'll let you tell this one to the marshals because I just want to see your smiles after doing that.
Oh, my smile is absolutely, we're day 3. We're halfway there nearly, what we're going. But yeah, a lot of people off.
Yeah, well, it's good to see you still running in this lovely Cortina.
And Holly's all
Yes, yeah, we've seen that. Thank you, David. David Wood, Reese Brooks have got a story to tell, haven't they? In that fantastic ex-Bob Gibbons Mark II Cortina GT. My first fascination with the historic championship was when Bob was in that car. Tell me about that.
Completely ridiculous in there. It's big, 2 big offs, one guy. I can't even recognise what the car is.
So you've managed to get yourself through that, which is what this sport is all about. It's
I was going into corners and stalling because there was no grip, and the just engine stalled because there's no grip. So the revs just dropped. It was just unbelievable. I thought we had 2 front punches. I've never driven anything like that, Paul, before. It was something else. It's dangerous in there. I mean, the people are going to go off if you.
I'm going to let you go to the next one. Keep it going. You're through. That's the main thing. I'm sure there's a rally driver in there somewhere. Paul Green, Christian Brown, second year in the Mini Rally Challenge. Paul's actually coming here 4th in the Gravel Championship and 3rd overall in the R50, so all to play for here. You can see why he is a little wound up, having not managed to get a clean stage through there, but he is at the end of the stage and a number of people are not, as we have been hearing. So, by the way, just to confirm, I have heard from a marshal, there are a few offs in there, everyone's okay. So, I want you to hear those comments and worry. We're talking to rally drivers at the end of a stage, at the end of a very, very challenging stage, and you can expect raw emotion, and you can expect that they have. This is a 10.5 mile stage on snow and ice. So just bear that in mind and just make a few allowances for a bit of emotion at the stage end. It's why we stopped them at the end of the stage. If we wanted clinical interviews when everyone had calmed down, we'd do it in service, wouldn't we? If you're just tuned in, this is day 3 of the 2025 Roger Albert Clark Rally. It is live coverage brought to you by Viking Motorsport, and we are at the stop line of the second stage of the day. Tommy's Fell opened us up, the new stage that was slotted in when we lost Ash Park, and here we are. Here we are in Riccarton, 10.3 miles long. Hyndlee up next, and you're going to get action from that before we finished on the stage end here. We'll bring you as many crews as we possibly can before we have to hot-foot it to go and get some work done on tonight's rally report show. We need your involvement in that, so do send us your pictures and get ready to send us your pictures of your retro rally jackets. Peter Sharples, James Sharples alongside father and son team here through to the end of the stage. Behind them, Mark Turner, Harry Mansfield
By the way, it wasn't John Barker who had the accident on the Woodpecker. Apologies for getting that wrong earlier before someone else points that out.
How do you do?
Well, you got a big smile on your face. Tough?
Slippy.
Do you feel like a rally driver?
Yeah. We went in one ditch, nearly got the other ditch, and then the rest of it, yeah. I mean, Holly's upside down, far away, but she's okay, so it's amazing.
But your day so far is underway now, and that'll get your juices flowing. 2 stages done.
I've got the tash.
You have got the proper one as well. The rest of us have to stick them on. Yeah. There we go.
Okay. Thanks so much.
These two enjoying that first stage. Good to see as well. I have been told by Adam Fern that I will need to put a tash on later. Come on, tell me about that, Mark.
Horrendous, absolutely horrendous. We've nearly been in 3 dikes, but my co-driver saved me on the handbrake. Just managed to get a little bit of grip and pull us away. Absolutely horrendous. No grip whatsoever. We've just been like Bambi on ice. Awful. Worse, I've never seen anything like it. I can't believe we've got through it. Unbelievable.
You are now officially a rally driver.
Yeah, after that.
And you've got a very good moustache. Off you go. I do like it. It's very good. I'm jealous. Do I want to be able to grow a moustache like that? I have a little bit of ginger in mine. Yours is all ginger. Anyway, big hello to Jamie McBain and the Spark Developments team who are sat in service, absolutely freezing their whatnots off. Jamie would be having a good go out here. In fact, I bet Jamie's one man sat in service thinking, I want to go. I bet he's thinking, I want to go at that. Yeah, the Spark boys have got a busy week. Eddie Lewis, Sean Cunniff in the escort, and a number of minis here today.
Did you get that? That's right. At least my mum knows I've got an
Just a bit of an update there, just looking at what's going on. It looks like the stage may be held for a little while. If it is, we will join you on commentary for footage and action from Hyndlee, the next stage of the day. 8 stages, 66 stage miles, making up day 3 even, of the Roger Albert Clark Rally. So I'm just looking at these minis, I'm thinking I make a big enough mess when it's not icy. Fair play to them. How was that?
Wow.
That's a great first reaction, I like that. People watching at home love reactions like that.
Well, it was so slippy, so slippy. I mean, we caught this car up behind, but we didn't commit him to pulling over. There were no way. Anyway, he did do eventually, and we managed to get past, but wow.
Come on. With respect, you are old enough to remember when this was what rallying was all about.
What are you saying?
Yeah. I'm saying it respectfully. Yeah, there we go. Phil Boothroyd, Dave Marshall. Guess what? They found it slippy. But big grin on his face, which we do like to see, don't we?
We had an interview last time.
Simon, you're officially a rally driver now.
Apparently so. After 40 years, I should be. Well, to be honest, it was real slippery. There's 2 or 3 cars upside down in there, so obviously it's not good. But we managed just to get the car through. Did the same last night. We had no spotlights through Sweet Lamb, and that was dangerous, obviously, because you just wanted to see. But yeah, we managed to get through. All my grandchildren love you, Thomas and Ellie.
Hello to Thomas and Ellie.
That's it. They watch you tonight. They're in Cornwall. They're in school, but they've got their phones with them, and they keep texting their mum to see if I'm still going.
Well, good news, Simon is still going, and he's officially a rally driver, having done snow and ice in Scotland. There he goes. Again, I have to be very fair to those who have struggled through here. Most of us won't encounter conditions like these on the road, let alone in a rally car, having to push on and try and get a bit of speed on, so make allowances. If there was ever a time when you would quite like a different transmission, one that you're perhaps a little more used to, this might be it.
Don't know what you would need in there, to be honest. It's almost like a waste of time in this. It's going to be the same for everyone, I know that, but
that's why it's not a waste of time.
Like, it's barely getting up the hills sometimes because it's so icy, you know. And along the top, there's quite a lot of snow, and it's all slush, and there's people off everywhere, and yeah, chaos. But we're here.
I think you're describing rallying to me. You've worked hard in there, haven't you, Scott?
Aye, just try to keep it on the road and not do anything stupid. It's quite hard, so yeah.
Co-driver enjoyed it more. Scott has a lot of experience at these stages as well. Dan Forsyth grinning away at me from the co-driver's seat there. Yeah. We go into this 5-day epic rally adventure and we talk about all the conditions that are going to hit us. We use all the superlatives to describe what's lying ahead, and we talk about the challenge and the endurance of the R.A.C. of old and all of that good stuff that inspires this event. But until it actually happens and you're there and it's visceral and you've got the reactions in front of you and you're listening to people describing something that they could never have possibly imagined in their wildest dreams, until that happens, you can't just get a feel for how real it is, but it is real. This is the Roger Robert Clark Rally. It is treacherous underfoot, and it is even more so under wheel. Even experienced rally drivers struggling in these conditions. This is the second stage of the day. We were expecting wall-to-wall rain and fairly consistent grip for day 3 of the event. We haven't got that just yet, have we? We had the snow and the, well, more ice than snow in Wales to kick us off on the first 2 days, and all the talk has been that this would be a very rainy experience. As you can see, we have the camera trained on the Hyndlee stage. So we're just waiting for the first few cars through, so we will bring you action from that stage, and we'll bring you an update when we've got it of what goes on here in the second stage, because the organisers have got a job to do, just making sure that when those cars are off the road, things are safe. In order to continue, excuse me sniffing, I have got man flu, which is great, isn't it? I guess someone would tell me, just like the men in there, men and women in there on the stage, man up, Woodford. You're rallying. That's what it's all about. Yeah. Yeah, so an interesting morning. Ironically, it doesn't feel as cold here, does it, Wayne? As it did do in Wales. The snow on the side of the road, though, here, driving from Carlisle up to Scotland here, is testament to how cold it has been. And of course, under the trees in those stages where there's been very little sun and very little in the way of passing traffic either to clear them, it is like packed ice. There we are, first car through a very picturesque looking Hyndlee stage. Stages that you would expect to see on the Border Counties rally if you were tuning in for our Pro-Tyre BTRD8 coverage here. Tony Jardine just following John Leckie through Toyota AE86 Hillman Avenger. A flavour of the variety that makes this incredible rally so very special. Got to say a big thank you and well done to all of the marshals out there as well. I mentioned on the Rally Report show last night, but over 1,700, probably closer to 1,800 marshals joining us for the 2025 Roger Albert Clark Rally. Over 700 motor clubs involved in the organisation of this fabulous event. If you are just tuned in, we have a little bit of a lull in the action in stage 2, SS14 of the Roger Albert Clark, which is the first running of the Riccarton stage due to quite extreme conditions. There are a few cars off in that stage. Quite a few, though, have gone past and traversed those conditions. One of the cars off is Holly McRae, who, of course, we were looking forward to speaking to at the end of the stage. She has rolled the Mini in the stage. It's interesting talking to Catherine Bell in the Spark Developments Mini, having done her first ever gravel rally in September, was it, at the Woodpecker? Coming here, and as you just see, Simon Austin, only his third event in the championship, former Janetta Junior driver, picking his way through the Hyndlee stage, which does look a little more friendly in terms of grip, doesn't it? It looks a little wetter and more slushy. Some great drone shots. Look at that from Chris and Ben in the Eastwood Drones team, joining us in the special stage team here. Oh, Simon Austin just understeering off. He was struggling with understeer. Wasn't sure if it was the car or him or the conditions, but understeer very much plaguing him through this first stage of the day as well. And you can see there from that fantastic drone shot, it is great, isn't it? It's like a toy car down there. It just shows you how beautiful the scenery is up here as well, but how treacherous the stage is. Not going particularly fast, and just the R50 Mini struggling for grip. But yeah, I just mentioned Catherine Bell, who did a great job getting through this and just didn't seem phased at all, did she, by the conditions? Love that. In fact, she was more excited to tell me about her fake moustache at the end of the stage, which the Mini teams are all sporting for a very worthy charity this weekend for one of their fellow competitors. But yeah, a very different view of rallying to what we're normally used to. In some respects. Just a reminder that the Mini Rally Challenge are doing this third day of the Roger Robert Clark Super Saturday, as we have called it. It's the final round of their championship. Oh, sorry, I missed Thomas Marriott, didn't I? Former junior rally driver and a man who had his first senior rally, I think it was, wasn't it? First senior rally car experience anyway at Cadwell Park with Spark last weekend. Was that only last weekend? And he had a real taste of what rallying was about as well, breaking his drive shaft and managing his frustrations, emotions and all the rest of it to help the team get the car back out and in the rally, and ended up finishing the rally under super rally conditions and did a great job. And as I say, when you're that young particularly, even at my age, managing your emotions and your frustrations, and we're seeing that from competitors this weekend, that's part of the challenge. So did a great job. So there you are. You've had a shout out now as well, Thomas. He's got a new boy band haircut as well. His mum reckons he looks like Brian McFadden, but we won't go there. If you just tuned in, welcome to our live coverage of day 3 of the Roger Robert Clark Rally. This live coverage right through every day of the 5-day epic rally adventure over 300 stage miles and 35 stages across 3 countries is brought to you by Viking Motorsport, a team who have really earned their stripes if they hadn't already this weekend. The Escort that finished the Silver Fern Rally New Zealand 3rd came here with Rob Goff and Jack Bowen looking for a strong result. Well, they have had a strong result overnight, but that result is thanks to the team having a heavy off yesterday in the Meherin stage. And the team have completely rebuilt that car overnight. There was so much mud inside that car. Phil Mills sent me a message last night and said, we're getting the car back to base in Newtown. We're going to get the car rebuilt if we can. And if there's, if we've got enough of a car tomorrow, we'll be restarting. And they literally worked through the night. There are photos on the Roger Robert Clark social media, and we will be featuring them in tonight's Rally Report show. Because that was just an incredible performance by the team, and it's kind of what this event is all about. It's not unheard of for cars to be worked on through the night, but to rebuild a car entirely with the amount of damage that we saw on that Escort, and to see it looking so presentable as well. All of Phil Mills' World Championship mentality kicking in there, I reckon. As you see John Barker and Conor Neal creeping through And I say that respectfully. These conditions are treacherous and deserve the utmost respect. Creeping through the second stage of the day, the Riccarton stage. Quite an accomplished driver on tarmac in the Mini Rally Challenge. And coming here looking to hone his gravel skills. Well, I tell you what, there might not be much gravel to be had so far today, but there'll be certainly some skill honing going on these stages today, because we've seen it from the competitors who made it to the stop line here. It is quite the challenge for our crews, isn't it? Saw Florence Butler going through the stage there. And Simone Calzier as well in the lovely period branded Peugeot 208 R2. The Italian pair enjoying their second Roger Albert Clark rally experience. Fabrizio Feliciccia in the co-driver seat. Massive smile on his face. Describing the conditions in the stage with a big grin on his face was all I needed this morning to put a smile on my face as well. The leading crews then on their way to this second stage of the day. R.A.C. Price currently leading by 29 seconds over Nye. I haven't got an update yet. I've been desperately trying to get the results to give me something from Tommy's Fell, stage 13, the opening stage of the morning, but as yet, I'm afraid no can do, so I can only give you the results overnight. But 29 seconds was the lead for R.A.C. Price overnight. Hopefully, not too long after the stage is complete, we will get an update from the Roger Albert Clark Rally themselves. Because on days like today, no one wants to be no one wants to be second guessing the results or frankly assuming anything, do they? One of the biggest shows in town this week so far has been the crowd. If you're part of that, if you've been out spectating, you have been utterly epic. You're just such a big part of this. And we've all been there. We are all part of that crowd scene, aren't we? I'm going to give you a little rundown of the class results as we just wait to find out what's going to happen with the rest of stage 2 and wait for the well, we have got action in stage 3, Hyndlee at the moment. I keep calling it stage 2 and 3, sorry. I should be saying 14 and 15, shouldn't I? In the Land Rover Defender, the Bowler Cup cars, which have been running in between the field here. As you see that glorious Lotus Cortina of Paul Mankin off down the Hyndlee stage there. Quite a tricky section of stage downhill that, so you did see Simon Austin in the R50 Mini understeering down there. It takes a bit of driving. Lotus Cortina looks very well planted through there, doesn't it? David Lapsley currently leads the way in the bowlers. Dave Hooper alongside. Christian Kajakis is in second place. And it's Jorma Jokela and Miles Williams making up the 4 runners in the class. Quite big gaps between them after 2 days of competition in Wales. Looking forward to getting their Land Rover experience, an extreme Land Rover experience, underway here in Scotland to start in that Tommy's Fell stage. In the H1 category, Enda Owens and Phil Pugh lead the way in their Mark 1 Escort RS 1600. Lovely looking car, a fab performance from the pair so far as well. Just 18. I was going to say just, yeah. Yeah, 18 and a half minutes ahead of Joe White. I just had to double check my thinking there on my notes. Joe White, Des Sherlock. Joe over from San Francisco in the little Mini Cooper S, and I was chatting to him at the service inn last night, and he's just having a ball. An absolute ball. He is loving his first Roger Albert Clark Rally experience. It was worth the trip over from America, and he just said last night the Mini was the perfect car to do it in. He's so chuffed that he put all the time and effort and investment into doing this event, as I say that. And here's the first of the Minis. Dave Wood, Reece Brooks, we've just seen them through this stage in the Cortina GT. They're third in the H1 category at the minute. Then Paul Mankin, who we just saw through in the Lotus Cortina, fourth in the category at the moment. Jeremy Eason, Mike Reynolds in the glorious Datsun 240Z. These are all results overnight, by the way, going into the first Tommy's Fell stage this morning, which we haven't got results from to be able to update you on, but they give you an idea of where things are currently sitting. Jeremy Eason leading the way in H4 category. Sorry, in the category 2 cars. Andy Wolf, James Crook, second place, 1 minute 11 back in the Mark 1 RS 1600. They led the way yesterday, just dropped back slightly after a tricky second day in Wales yesterday. Mark Tugwell, Phil Sandham still holding strong there in third place at the moment, 37 back from that second spot ahead. Eyes firmly on that one, I am sure. Dave Hopkins, Richard Wise, previously done the R.A.C. in a Sunbeam, here in a Mark 1 RS 1600 this week in memory of their friend. Very poignant weekend for them. They're currently fourth in the category 2 cars. Matt Brown, Tom Jordan in the very smart looking Hillman Avenger. Same livery as Reece Yates Escort. They're fifth in the class. And then Ben Smith in the Amigos or Dansport run. Porsche 911 Carrera RS, the 2.7 litre Porsche, the red one that got a few tongues wagging on the motorway last night with the Stratos retiring yesterday, having crashed into a ditch, and the team decided to go no further. That was the big news. And then when a Dansport truck was seen driving up the motorway, up the M6, everyone was speculating about whether or not we'd been sold a bit of a decoy, and actually the Stratos was running. No, it was poor old Ben Smith's Porsche that was getting all the attention wrongly for all the wrong reasons. Tom James, Alan James, 7th in the category 2 cars at the moment. And I did actually this morning catch up with Alan, who navigated for me on the Brotavi Targa early this year. They've had a solid run, a few stalls on hairpins, the usual stuff, a little off yesterday. Don't forget, the car's brand new. Those two brothers did the Woodpecker, and the car was finished the day before. The plan is to continue, having got spectators to push them out yesterday in Wales, and keep a clean 3/4 pace as they go through the event and look after the car crucially, which is easier said than done. And when Tom sees spectators, he has to pull the handbrake. Well, I'll tell you what, Alan's used to that, because I was doing that on the Brotavi, although Alan was having to pull it for me by the end of the day. But they are both absolutely loving their Roger Albert Clark Rally. Currently 7th in the category 2 cars. In category 3, that is the top of the leaderboard. Ocean Price, Dale Furness, Paul Barrett, Gordon Noble, Diverick James, Emir Jones, Dan Mennell, John Roberts, because of course Mark Higgins not in the category 3 cars. And Arnie Radstrom, That's absolutely brilliant in that Volvo 262 there as well. Barney Mitchell, Martin McCormack, Barney Mitchell, of course, not in the Category 3 cars either. They lead Category 4 at the moment. Mark Higgins, Carl Williamson, 1 minute 24 behind. Then it's Kev Proctor and Josh Beer. Birthday boy. Happy birthday, Kev. 42, is it, today? Got a special birthday surprise for Kev in the R.A.C. Rally Report show later. Say no more on that. Kev and Josh having a blast in that glorious Group A spec Sierra Sapphire Cosworth. And currently third place in the Category 4 cars. Brazzoli Enrico, Italian driver, in the Porsche 911, in fourth place. And Mark Constantine doing a fantastic job in the Vauxhall Nova Sport in fifth at the moment. We haven't spoken a lot about Andre Kufal and Marek Simi in the Datsun 240Z, the Safari spec car, but they're in sixth place in the Category 4 cars. Overnight coming into this third day with this long road section north into our base for the next couple of days at Carlisle Airport. In the open rally, Greg McKnight, Harry Marchbank have all but sewn up the pace there, if nothing else at the moment. Over 8 minutes clear of Mark McCulloch and Michael Hendry in the beautiful Group A Vauxhall Astra GSI, that Mark III Astra that we will also be featuring on the Rally Report show this week, along with the Group B Samba and a few other interesting cars. I think we're still on Volvo theme tonight, aren't we, Producer Wayne? Ole Cosmo in the Volvo 242 was third place overnight in the open category. Rob Barrett in fourth. And it was Neil Weaver and Dan Petrie in fifth, but they retired the Weaver Motorsport 306 Maxi. There's Rob Evett in the lovely Morris Marina. Just tiptoeing his way through, taking a brave cut there, wasn't he? I suppose there's more grip to be had in the cuts than there is on the stage in conditions like these. And the Unipark car, lovely looking thing, great story behind that as well. It's the without that car in history, there wouldn't have been the Triumph TR8 rally story that we saw with John Davenport and his boys. Basically, the British Leyland mechanics were rally nerds like you and I, and they got parts out of the Mini SS parts bin to build that Marina, the Uniport car, on an evening after work. So it was basically, that's why it's a 1275 or a 1293 as it will be, because they had to build it in their own time just to prove to British Leyland that they should be having a works rally program. And we all know how that went. Without that Unipart Marina that you saw just then, that you've seen a few times on our coverage, there would have been no Metro 6L4. Probably. Just let that sink in. Another car we haven't talked much about, but I do need to find out a bit more about it. Certainly taken enough photos of it. It is utterly stunning. Is Richard Hagen, Mark Hanna's Rover SD1. Now it's running in the open class. Currently they were down in equal 8th. They'll be equal 7th now, with Weaver pulling out. But it is a fantastic looking thing. Nathan Bolton, Phil Kenny in the Mark II, and Tim Mewitt, Liz Jordan in the other Mark III Astra GSI, rounding out the top 10 at the moment in the open category. As you see, our Mini Rally Challenge competitors making their way through the third stage of the day, the Hyndlee stage. Paul Green, Christian Brown. Had a tricky old stage 2, didn't they? I'm pleased to say, as you can see, that Joe White, coming through in the Mini, shows us that stage 2 is now running again. Just as Sam picks up his still camera to do a few shots at the stage end. So we'll get a few more reactions at the end of this stage. Remember, the reactions we're about to get from our competitors are after they've done a 10-mile stage in some of the most treacherous conditions any of them will ever have seen, let alone driven a rally car in. So just forgive and make allowances, please, for emotion at the end of the stage, because it's probably one of the biggest challenges any of them have ever had. And the reason we're at the stage end is to bring you a flavour of that reaction. Just about got through the class leaderboards overnight there, didn't we? As soon as we've got some up-to-date results, producer Wayne will give me a shout in my radio, in my ear, and let me know that we're good to go, and I'll give you a rundown of the latest results through the Tommy's Fell stage. The quick, short, sharp blast from this morning.
No.
Hello to Tom Keithley, who's watching in the Tommy's Fell stage this morning. Journalist with the Johnston Press and has been covering a few stories lately. My adventure on the Kilwendeg in the Motorsport MGZR, and also the Brotavi in the DC Motorsport Puma, and most latterly the college trip that we did with the Spark Developments Mini when we went to college in Hull, and Jamie McBain and the Spark team did a workshop with the students. Fantastic, before we did the Cadwell Park Rally last weekend. Tom out and enjoy. He loves his rallying. He's from the Kielder area, enjoying himself. I have to speak to this man. He's got a perfect jacket on for these conditions. I love the jacket. Rothman's Subaru.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A proper one.
Yes. It's got somebody's name in the back.
Has it?
Yeah. Bought it off eBay, 140 quid. I think I nicked it.
Did?
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's proper, isn't it?
It's the real deal, yeah.
Nice. Well, we love a good rally jacket. Get a photo of you in it for this week, because we're going to have some fun with retro rally jackets on the Rally Report show. Look at that. Proper Rothman's Subaru jacket with Colin. I'm guessing he's got Colin McRae's name in the back. That's lovely, isn't it? I've got a very smart Ford R.A.C. Rally Sport jacket coming my way for the Rally Report show. I need to arrange to collect off somebody today, actually. It was... Okay, so the latest update is we have had cars through the second stage. You've seen them as well as I have. We're not quite sure if the stage is fully running yet. We haven't had any official updates, but we'll probably get a feel for that at the end of the stage. So we'll do a bit of investigative journalism, you and I, at the end of this second stage. Meanwhile, I'm going to leave you with some of the glorious shots we've got of that Hyndlee stage. I'll tell you what, I was just thinking a minute ago, how different does this scenery look compared to when we did the Border Counties here back in June? I mean, we get the Border Counties is the most bizarre weather. I don't think we've ever had one that isn't bizarre. It's usually bright sunshine followed by biblical rain, followed by bright sunshine again, and we all get sunburnt, wet through, bitten by midges. Couldn't be any more different, could it? Here in these Border County stages here on the borders of Scotland and Northern England for day 3 of the Roger Albert Clark Rally. As soon as we've got any official updates, we will, of course, give you... we will give you a bit of an update on proceedings, but while we haven't, we'll just film rally cars and speak to rally drivers. How's that for a deal? It is absolutely nithering here, by the way. I've just managed to warm my fingers up a little bit in the studio van while we've been watching some of the coverage with you, but it is freezing, isn't it, Sam? Sam's got that might have lost his nose, might have lost his ears look on his face. That sort of glazed expression where you just think, well, we're all in now, so we'll carry on. A late start today compared to what we've had on the previous days, which after the long journey north last night, we all got here early hours of the morning, is obviously welcome. But it does sort of throw you out a little bit, because normally on any rally we're out and about very early. So to come out and be doing our first live stage of the day early afternoon is strange. It's sort of starting to get dark now, and then you look around and you think, the light's dimming, what's going on? We're only in our first live stage of the day, so our body clocks are all out. Okay, stage not running just yet. We'll get the cars through, but the marshal's working very hard to get the cars out and get them through the end of the stage so they can get the stage running again. So that is the current plan, I believe. I keep seeing the chase vehicle. That's a new thing. We don't normally get chase vehicles, do we? That's another unique part of this event. I keep seeing the chase vehicle for Holly McRae hovering about, so if she does get put back on the wheels and comes through the stage, she looks a little quicker than some of the cars, didn't she, through that first stage? But that ended up biting, unfortunately for her. We'll try and get a word from Holly. There was an interview this morning in service, if you look on the Roger Albert Clark Instagram and Facebook. So if you want to hear all about Holly's experience, she only realised a couple of weeks ago that to the day, this is the day that 30 years ago Colin, her dad, won the World Championship. So quite a collision of stars, that, isn't it? It's an unbelievable coincidence. Fabulous. Not fabulous that she's ended on a roof, but I suppose Colin would be looking down with a smile on his face, wouldn't he? In some respects. And that's how we've got to look at it. The marshal's offering to look after us here at the stage, and it should be us looking after them, shouldn't it? They're all big smiles on their faces, working hard to get the stage back running again here in Riccarton. I will actually grab a word with a few of them. We'll try and get a feature for the Rally Report show. We did say we'd do that today. Whether that's here or on another stage, we will see. So 10.3 miles this stage, 66 miles in total, over 300 stage miles. And although we had the Dublin stage cancelled yesterday, the organisers have worked blooming hard to keep the stages running and to minimise the cancellations, which even on a day rally, you expect stage cancellations when things are challenging. But to have 5 days and to have only lost one short stage yesterday is quite remarkable. Colin Heppenstall and his team are everywhere. Honestly, I see Colin, he must have about 3 twin brothers, triplets, because you see him everywhere, running about and making sure that everything is running as smoothly as it can be. So fair play to Colin and the rest of the Roger Albert Clark rally organisers, because it is a hive of activity in Rally HQ. And right now, you know fully that they're going to be working very hard on getting this stage running as well. I can see management vehicles and officials' vehicles moving around on the road section just outside this stage. Any results coming through yet? That's what we've got a radio for, Wayne. Right, so results coming through from stage 13 then. Let's have a look. Should now be able to give you a bit of an update as we wait for news. So Marty McCormack, Barney Mitchell were fastest through the day's opening stage, stage 13, Tommy's Fell. Just shy of 4 miles, the opening stage of the day. 3 seconds quicker than our rally leaders, Ocean Price and Dale Furness. Marty clearly getting to grips. Pun fully intended, by the way, in that E30 M3 BMW. Solid performance as well from Mark Higgins, Carl Williamson. It cannot be easy to hurl that thumping V8 engined TR7 V8 with its huge bonnet. To remind you, the car built to exacting spec, albeit with some technological improvements, shall we say, from the David Appleby engineering team, all within the spirit and the rules of the regulations, of course. But they've taken that original spec car, but they were beasts in the past, and they weren't known for being particularly good on gravel. So that is an impressive time in these conditions from our 3-time British Rally champion, chasing down our 1-time British Rally champion, Ocean Price there, Mark Higgins. So 8 seconds off the fastest time, 5 seconds off Ocean Price through the first stage today, and on an equal time to Mark Higgins, clearly with a bit of red mist and a grit to get back on terms after putting the car in the ditch yesterday and being particularly grumpy about it, I have to say. James Ford, Neil Shanks, equal third fastest time through the first stage of the day, 3:43 from them. Just a second behind them in that stage, Dan Mennell, John Roberts. Greg McKnight, Harry Marchbank just a further 2 seconds back, and on an equal time. How amazing is this? Equal times for a number of our competitors in the top 10. Devrig James, Emir Jones in the Mark II, equal 6th fastest time through the first stage today, with Greg McKnight, the leader of the open category rally here on the Roger Robert Clark, and currently 6th, or 5th overall, isn't he? Ben Friend, Cliff Simmons, a further 1 second back. And then another further second back, Arnie Radstrom. Tom Walster, another second. It's incredibly close. I mean, you're looking at those times coming through that stage this morning. I know it is a shorter stage than most of the ones we've been used to so far, as you see John Davies making his way. It's not John Davies, is it? It's a shorter stage than we've been used to, but it's incredible to see how close they are coming through there. Matt Edwards, Sean Williams, not had the best of stages through there, but that said, they're still only 15 seconds off the leading pace through there, and on equal times through that stage behind them, Paul Barrett, Rhys Yates, and Johan Evans. Quite remarkable times coming through from that first stage. So overall, what does that mean for our leaderboard? Well, Ocean Price will be pleased to know that he has pulled out a bit more of a lead over Paul Barrett and Gordon Noble, getting back some of that time that he was frustrated to have lost as he caught the car into a ditch on the last loop last night in Wales. 41 seconds now the lead overall on the Roger Robert Clark coming into this 14th stage, the Riccarton stage here in Scotland. Martin McCormack, Barney Mitchell, 2 minutes back from the lead, 1:19 back from Paul Barrett in the BMW, but it's almost a carbon copy of what we've seen before from Marty. He won't be stressing too much about that. He won the rally last year, having sat just outside the podium for a lot of the event, and knows how to manage the event, particularly getting used to a new car. Fair play. That is some performance from him in the first stage of this morning, just staying on terms. Diverick James, Emir Jones, the Newcastle M-Lin pair from the Valleys, in 4th overall. At the minute, just 20 seconds back from Martin McCormack. And they'll know that, crucially, so the fight could well and truly be on. Mark Higgins and Carl Williamson, Greg McKnight and Harry Marchbank, after 2 and a bit days of rallying. Well over 100 stage miles, and they are on an identical overall time. That is just incredible, isn't it? Absolutely wonderful. And Greg will be pleased with that, because earlier in the week he was a little frustrated he couldn't make more of a dent on the overall leaderboard, having been fighting at the sharp end of the open class and having opened up a big margin there. He said to me, I want to see what I can do with the overall leaderboard. I can't resist. And there he is. Didn't know the Welsh stages well, but the Scottish stages are a different matter altogether. So could we see a surprise result from him? Dan Mennell, John Roberts will be happy to be in 7th on the leaderboard so far in the car prep car. 23 seconds back from Greg McKnight, all to play for still for him. And a minute 36 back from him is Arnie Radstrom in the Volvo 262, which you saw featured on our show last night. Ben Friend, Cliff Simmons in 9th, and then it's Tom Walster and Will Atkins in 10th place overall. That is your top 10 after stage 13 this morning, the first stage of this 3rd day here on the Roger Robert Clark. Stage 14 we are still waiting for an update on for Riccarton. Hyndlee is currently underway with the competitors who have so far made it through, but we have got a hold up in that stage, so we're going to have a few gaps in the Hyndlee stage. To remind you of our plans, not that our logistics should be a huge concern for you, because we've got live coverage wherever you look all the way through the Roger Robert Clark Rally, thanks to Viking Motorsport. But to let you know, we have to shoot off at some point. Be looking at Wayne Goldring shortly to see when that is, to go and get on with work for the R.A.C. Rally Report show this evening. We've got some packages to do and some features to film ready for tonight, so we'll stay with the action as long as we can. Just to see if we can get a few cars running through here. Just looking to see if we had any mini rally challenge times through from the first stage of this morning, stage 13. Nothing yet. As I'm stood in the van, I'm probably safe to take my gloves off in here, although I'm worried that I might actually take my fingers off with them, they're that cold. Another man who had a bit of a torrid day yesterday, and he's getting a real flavour of what the Roger Robert Clark and indeed British rallying is all about, having only done a couple of single venues, the Vale of York and a rally at Kinloss, is Max Smart, the WRC, the junior WRC driver, swapping his Rally 3 Fiesta. Right, I'm just going to leave you with the action a minute while we just speak to a couple of people and find out what's going on, so I can give you an update. I'll be back very shortly here. Okay, executive decision. What we thought we would do is throw you right back to day one of the Roger Albert Clark a couple of days ago, but doesn't it feel like it was a lot longer than that? And we will we'll bring you the R.A.C. Rally Report show. So just fill a bit of a gap while we just find out what's going on, because there's no point staring at a stage with no rally cars on. But as soon as we get action, we will we'll pull you straight back from that. But for now, here's the R.A.C. Rally Report from day one of the Roger Albert Clark Rally. Tomorrow, we caught up with a few of the drivers to find out what's on their mind ahead of the toughest rally any of them will do here in the UK. Marty, it's no surprise to you that everybody is talking about you and this car. Is it a case of you've been it, you've won it a few times, and now you're going to try something different, or is this a signal of intent?
I guess a bit of both, really. We've been here for a number of years. We've been successful the last 4 attempts. So it's, I think everybody felt like a bit of a change, including myself. Obviously, I haven't worked with Mats this long time on the tarmac cars. I think I was actually in Donegal this year when we were out in the E36, a modified car, that we decided over a few beers in the Mount Erigal that Mats said he'd be working on a project with a gravel car, but really never had got it off the ground. And then, so somebody, I think we were a few pints in, somebody decided it would be a good idea to bring it to Roger Albert.
Do you still think it's a good idea?
Well, sure, it's great to be here, and I don't know, there's been a few times now where I've been questioning my sanity, but it's been look, the car isn't by no means a finished article, but the potential in the car is really there. And we've been working frantically these last few months to try and get it to a position where we could make it reliable, and it's a very, very rewarding car to drive, which is something I didn't think I would get in anything but an Escort. And no, I found out with the BM, it's a very rewarding gravel car to drive. Very different driving style, very different, it responds in different ways, and it's got its performances in different areas than an Escort. But that's the challenge, and I think it's great to be here in something fresh.
Oshan, are you as excited about this as everybody here in Carmarthen?
Yeah, definitely so. Like I said, it's 2 years in the making to do this. Big effort by everybody to make this happen. Very lucky to have such a good car with Wales Motorsport. Dale alongside in the hot seat as well. So yeah, it's going to be an adventure with this weather, but no, really looking forward to it.
Jason, new car, or newly rebuilt car, new livery, and you look like you're ready. You already look focused. Everyone else is sort of swanning about you. Just look like you're ready to go.
I've had 2 years to prepare for it, so yeah, we've had a quiet year, a couple of years. I haven't been on the gravel since the last R.A.C, so as we all know, it's not a sprint, so we'll see what happens.
As you can see, the excitement was building in Carmarthen Town Centre last night ahead of this 5-day epic rally adventure. Now, before the action got underway here in Wales for leg 1 of the Roger Albert Clark Rally, producer Wayne and I went for a little wander around scrutineering at the service park in Carmarthen Showground. Now, if you didn't know we were rally nerds before, well, you do now. And if there's one thing that rally nerds love, a little more than rally cars themselves in some cases, is a good service barge. And David Appleby Engineering have brought a rather special service barge along for this year. 2 years ago, don't forget, we saw that Triumph TR7 V8 out in the hands of Chris Ingram, European Rally Champion, for the first time. The team is back, and with another big name behind the wheel. But before we get to that, let's have a look around a very special service truck. David, it was a proud moment for everybody last year. We loved that, and it did a lot for rallying. It did a lot for you guys as well.
It did, very much so. We knew when we started the project it would have a good impetus, and people saw it, and people come out, the crowds were just great to see it. A shame on the first rally, being first rally, no shakedown. We didn't go the full course, but then the following year in the British Championship, we won the FIA class, 3 wins in 2 seconds. So now the car hopefully is reliable, and touch wood, should be good for this year.
Do you know what? All of a sudden, we're seeing everybody wearing British Leyland jackets again, and you've done something to us. Now, we've come down here not only to see the car and not only to see Mark, who is a pro driver. He's not here, of course he's not, and they're all polishing the car for him.
We sent the chauffeur to pick him up.
Yes. Helicopter, surely.
Oh, well, of course, yeah. Helicopter, then chauffeur.
But never mind helicopters and chauffeurs, you've got something very smart here. You know I'm a bit of a rally nerd. Well, service vans, Wayne Goldring and I have always had a bit of a thing for service vans. And back in the day, I'm sure David Appleby Engineering has some very nice service vans, but this one is pretty special. Give us a little show around, David. We'll head up here. So, this is the perfect place to spend your week, isn't it?
Yeah, it is very much so. Very much thoughts change.
Well, you wouldn't drive through a stage like that if it was non-competitive. No. You've not heard anything on your chart then?
No, they're in the dark.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable, Jeff. The Villa? We were playing Chelsea. They sound like the transport, do they?
Okay, as promised, I'm hearing that we are back underway in the second stage of day 3, stage 14, Riccarton. Keep confusing myself calling it stage 2, so I'm trying not to do that. Sorry about that. Yeah, treacherous conditions, a real challenge for the crews, and let's not underestimate the challenge for the organisers as well. So, fabulous work by the marshals, clearing what they needed to clear. We should have cars into the stage end, and we'll have cars on that stage to entertain you again, but hopefully filling the void with a little bit of the R.A.C. rally report from day 1 for those who haven't seen it yet, and for those who have, well, that music's no bad thing, is it? Someone stopped me. I was having some lovely liver and bacon at the cattle market at Welshpool, and someone came over to speak to me and said he was dead chuffed. It was actually a member of the Evans Samba crew. He said he still had propaganda and jewelled on his phone from the Roger Robert Clark in 2023, because I challenged you all to try and get it back to number 1, didn't I? Which we've all got to do this week as well. Everybody, please download propaganda and jewelled. Let's see if we can get it into the charts. I don't know if that's I don't know how many numbers, what numbers that would take, but it'd be fantastic, wouldn't it, if we managed to do that. For me, the national press should be making a lot more of this incredible event and everything it brings to the local economy, everything it means to the people in the communities here and to our sport in general. So if we can do something like that, then it would be quite a fitting tribute to everybody's efforts. But anyway, if you're just tuned in or you tuned out and went and grabbed a drink, I don't blame you. We are back underway. A few stoppages in stage 14, Riccarton, which is now back running, and we will have cars into the stage very soon. I just caught up with Jack Birch and Lucy Gutteridge, a couple of the Mini Rally Challenge competitors. Jack had, well, they both hit back quite heavily in Riccarton. I saw the photos of the car. They're both absolutely fine. Jack grinning and putting his thumbs up to me from the side of the ambulance, so that's good news. I had a quick chat to them. So we've seen the results then through the first stage of the day, stage 13, Tommy's Fell. Ocean Price will now be wondering what to do about managing this event. He's got 41 seconds of a lead. He lost a minute last night with a very small error, which normally you would probably get away with on an event like this with the conditions as they are. He didn't. He lost a minute in that ditch. So in his mind, is a minute the kind of the magic number? Does he need to make sure he's got that in hand in order to limit any possible damage from further incidents? I don't know. I'm not Ocean Price, but I bet those conversations will be going on inside that Wales Motorsport Mark II as they figure out what they need to do to manage this event. And if they've seen anything of the last few years and of Martin McCormack's incredible and remarkable success on the Roger Robert Clark Rally, they will see and they will know, like we do, that event management, managing his rally from inside that rally car, is what got him at least 2 of those victories rather than outright blistering pace. So it's going to be intriguing from here. Sure, the gaps in some of the classes are a little bigger than you'd expect. But the top 10 is still as close as you like, even with some identical times overall. Greg McKnight, Mark Higgins on identical times. .3 mile stage, so it will be a few minutes before we get the first of our competitors in to the stage end here. The best, having quite a few messages from people asking me if I know what's going on with this, with that, are they going to run the whole stage, what's going to happen. The best place, rather than me speculating on the live stream, when frankly I'm stood here at the end of the stage with very little in the way of official information, as you might expect, the best way, rather than me speculating, is for you to keep your eyes peeled on the... well, keep one eye peeled, obviously keep the live coverage on, but keep one eye peeled on the Roger Albert Clark socials, because that is where your official updates will come from, not from me. And I will let you know if I hear anything that is official in the meantime, but that's my advice. Rather than messaging me, I will bring you a view of the action and reaction from the stage end, and as soon as I have it, if I have it, stage times, and then official updates will come from the Roger Albert Clark organisers via the official social media channels, and we will update you once we've seen those ourselves. How's that for a deal? So tomorrow, what have we got tomorrow? Well, tomorrow we are fully into Scotland, aren't we? Oh, we are to begin with, at least. Yeah, it's quite a tricky day tomorrow. Another similar day in mileage, 66 miles, just over. We start in Hay Forest, the first part of the day. From there we go to Twigleys, Castle Orr, Craig and Newcastleton. And we do it all again in the afternoon. First stage is at 9:15 in the morning. So I was talking earlier about what a leisurely start we'd had today. Well, no such luck tomorrow. No lie-ins for the special stage team, or indeed the crews competing in those first few cars on the running order tomorrow. It's an early start. And then on Monday, it's our day in Kielder as we bring the Roger Albert Clark Rally to a close with the biggest stage in British rallying. The mileage of one full event, one full normal event, in one stage. Can't wait for that. I'm so excited for that. Not that I'm wishing away the next couple of days. I'm absolutely not. As we know, these events go far too quickly without us doing that, but a lot of management crews just joining us down here at the stage end. Obviously with a little bit of a delay. People not quite having the up-to-date information about what's going on. We've got quite a contingent. It's a bit of a party going on down here on the road outside the stage. Hopefully the party will continue at the stage end shortly. We'll have cars in here. You've got the cars on your coverage. I think you've had some of the top 10 through the stage now, although I've not got the screen in front of me. No top 10 through this second stage of the day, stage 14 just yet. Hate to say it, but those who are yet to do this Riccarton stage are going to find the conditions certainly no better than they were this morning, because now the whatever sun and heat we did have of the midday is well and truly gone, hasn't it? What time are we on now? You know, you do an event like this, you lose all track of time. We're 5 to 4 in the afternoon, aren't we? So It's going to be a tricky day today. There's always one day of the Roger Albert Clark. I was just saying this to producer Wayne, that throws up more challenges than the others. Whether that's challenges on the stages, whether it is organisational challenges to test the organisers, or something completely off the wall. Well, today could well be it, because there have been plenty of challenges on and off the stages today. But I'm pleased to say I can hear the sound of a rally car. And we're going to have crews into the stop line for more reaction from Riccarton, stage 14 of the Roger Albert Clark Rally, while you continue to see crews once they've passed us here through the Hyndlee stage, stage 15. And as long as things go as planned on the stages, then Phil Brammer will be live just before 7 o'clock this evening for more live coverage, and Matt and Bex will be live in the meantime to gather up some updates and reaction from our crews in service. As, at least the order of that won't change, because, well, the crews won't be in service until they come through the stages, but the timings may be subject to change. So if you're planning your life around this live coverage provided by Viking Motorsport, which absolutely you should be, of course, then just keep your eyes peeled for any updates. Okay, Andrew Downward, I think that is, and James Coots, the Welsh pair in the R50 Mini. I think Andrew was actually out watching on the first day of the Roger Albert Clark on Thursday. These two are brother-in-laws. Only competing on gravel rounds in the Mini Rally Challenge. I'm interested to see how they got on the snow and the ice. It says rallying his life on the front wing of, or on the front bonnet clam of that R50 Mini. Dan Elmore's Rallying His Life brand provides our official merchandise here at Special Stage. I have to say, Andrew, it says Rallying His Life on the front of your car. Does it feel like it right now?
Yeah, it's like being in Rally Sweden. It's amazing. We didn't anticipate any frost here whatsoever, but
it's amazing.
It's like an ice bath. It's horrendous. Yeah, so nice and steady on the icy bits, and then try and carry a bit of speed on the cleaner bits. But yeah, it's pretty icy all the way through. So, going to be scary in the dark, I think.
I think all of you guys, it's almost dark now, all of you guys doing this stage and getting through this stage crucially today will be able to say you're a lot more experienced than you were before you started this final round of the Mini Rally Challenge here on the Roger Albert Clark.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and it's a great event to do, so really happy to be here.
And you went out watching on day one, didn't you?
Yeah, that's slippy up there as well. And that's what put me off and put the nerves up me a little bit, but
it was like being your own gravel notes crew, that, wasn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Second stage of the day done. Second stage of your rally. Are you enjoying yourselves?
Yeah, just try and get to the finish. Try and keep the car straight, so we can't afford to fix it.
Sorry, I'm a bit like a Russian cosmonaut. I haven't seen rally drivers for quite some time, so now you're here. I'm just sort of clinging on to you. You better go before you're late. I'm just. I would have sat there and just chatted rally cars to them all day. But they do have to go and do their rally, don't they? So, David Ellis, Jamie Wilson, the first of our R53 cars here then. New to rallying and to the Mini Rally Challenge this year. David's actually come from Rallycross. We've seen the this car in Rallycross, the Proctor's car as well. Well, you didn't get conditions like that in Rallycross, did you?
That was interesting, was that? A few very near moments.
A smile on your face, though.
Well, yeah, it's fun. That's the fear. Yeah, that's the fear. So yeah, that was pump-changing time. Was that?
I bet it's going to be interesting though when you get through these first few stages and you look at the stage times. It will be interesting to see how things line up.
It's going to be slow, but maybe faster than a lot.
Who knows? It's one of those days, isn't it, where you just could get with a surprise result.
Yeah, past a lot of cars in ditches. So.
Are you pleased to be here?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, after a couple of moments, yes.
So that Proctor's branding, a bit of extra exposure on the stages here on the Roger Albert Clark. Keep it going, guys. It is. I mentioned earlier we were losing the light. It's getting very dark now. We're going to be close to spotlight time, aren't we? And although the minis have all got their laser lamps and the like bolted onto the bonnet, so they're already on. Some of the cars with spot lamps will not have them on, and will they get caught out coming through here? I don't suppose they would have expected to need spot lamps so early in the day. So that's one to watch as well. The intrigue and the I suppose the challenge of rallying is all of these things, isn't it? It's all of the above. And reacting, that's the thing. Being adaptive and reactive. Someone once said that to me, I can't remember who. At a stage end interview, that's all about being reactive and adaptive. Might have even been on this rally. It would be quite fitting if it was, wouldn't it? Thanks for bearing with us there. If you got stuck into watching the day one edition of the R.A.C. Rally Report and you thought, oh, I was quite enjoying that, then you can watch it back. It is on the Roger Albert Clark socials. It is also on the Special Stage YouTube channel, as are all of the live broadcasts in the stages and the rally shows for this week. They're all actually scheduled, so you can go to the Special Stage YouTube page and you can actually click to be notified, and you can basically rack them up in your YouTube library, and as they're due to come on, you'll get a reminder. And you won't miss a thing. You won't miss any of the action that we're bringing you this week. Big well done to Phil Bramwell and Jamie Ganley, who, when we're back, although we're working just as hard in the Special Stage studio van, they are out on the stages on what I have been affectionately terming the graveyard shift for a rally TV presenter, being out there as it gets dark and having to tell the story when you can't even see which cars are coming. But yeah, we've had thousands of people watching the stream and enjoying that coverage. So fair play, Phil, because that is one of the hardest jobs you can do in a sport and in this media game, and he's been doing a great job, hasn't he? I'm sure you will agree if you've been watching along. So Phil will be back with you this afternoon for live coverage from the stages, and we will be very shortly, although I hope to bring you at least the top 10 through here, but we'll have to see how we get on for our timings with the delay in the stage. We will be working on tonight's R.A.C. Rally Report. I'm really looking forward to bringing you that, and I'm loving your energy and your passion. It just matches our own, and we're having a lot of fun with it, aren't we? You can tell that, and the fact that you are too makes it all the better for us. More cars into the finish here. I can see Matt and Daniel Evans in the Samba. Done the Roger Albert Clark twice before, 2017 and 2019. Although not in that. An absolutely brilliant car. It's been a fan favourite. It's been a favourite of ours as well. And with its Shell Peugeot Talbot Sport, very clever Ricky Evans Motorsport take on that livery. It is one of the most fabulous sights that I've ever seen on a rally stage. Well, I'll tell you what, experience is showing, because you are just ticking the stages off, aren't you, whatever the conditions at the minute?
I just want to get to the end, and obviously there's some guys in there. I don't think that's particularly kind to minis, because they're just everywhere.
And they've only done today, so they haven't had a lead in.
Yeah, I just want to get to the end.
Well, that's easier said than done. Fair play, guys. And everyone is loving seeing this car, and we still need to do our feature on it, so just keep it going.
I will do.
Okay. Cheers, guys. It's all very well saying I'm driving cautiously because I just want to get to the end, but that is not easy. So one thing you'll know about British rally drivers, for the most part, is they're very modest. Okay. You get your interview finally. How was that?
Treacherous. So many cars off in there. Yeah. I believe McRae's off on her roof. Yeah, it's a bit of carnage.
How was your stage though?
Oh, steady. Keep on going. That's the main thing.
There we go.
Yeah.
It could be a day for that. The spotlights are on ready on Kelvin Evans' Nissan Micra. And Micra is one of the cars to have on an R.A.C. rally, either back in the day or in the Roger Albert Clark era. Charles has his spotlights on as well. I think you might need those spotlights a little sooner than you thought.
We needed him in there, really. Yeah. Good job we left him on from yesterday.
Should we describe that one as interesting?
That's about sums it up. Yes.
You're smiling though?
Smiling. We've got through, and we didn't have any we're a bit pedestrian, but we're here.
I've seen quite a few 205 GTIs in the snow over the years on an R.A.C, as will you have, and I'm sure that Charles and Steve have as well, which is what will have inspired this move. So, right, Rob Fisher, Charlotte Wainwright have made it to the stage end. That was an adventure, wasn't it?
Yeah, I've never driven a stage like that. So slippy, second, third gear, pottering round, 15 cars off maybe. Never seen anything like it, but yeah, got to the end, so let's keep going.
You are doing the R.A.C rally, so...
Exactly, so, you know, that's it, living the dream.
But being serious now, experience counts, and you've got a fair bit of experience, and the experience gets you through stages like that, doesn't it?
Yeah, well, hopefully, you know, just know when to not try and be the hero. Don't end up in the ditch. Just keep pushing on and pacing ourselves and get to the end.
Stay there a sec. I'm going to run around and have a quick word with Charlotte. Charlotte, I know you're busy sorting out what you're doing next. How was that?
Silly. That's all I can say. It was just treacherous. But we got here. A lot of people didn't. Loads off in there.
Officially rally drivers after doing a stage in the snow on the R.A.C, aren't you?
I'm not a driver. Yes, yeah, definitely. It's just different.
Yeah. The build-up's been fun.
Yeah, definitely. Been really good.
Sad to see so many cars. But,
it is. Rob, Charlotte, you are here. You're fighting. Stage 2 for the Mini Rally Challenge is complete. Stage 14 of the Roger Albert Clark. It's although the reasons for the delay are obviously not good, having a bit of a delay and having a little bit of a bigger gap in between cars, with a bit less stress at the stage end, shall we say, is good, because it means I can actually have a good chat to people, even run around and speak to the co-drivers. Now, Max has had a bit of a tumultuous couple of days. Losing the diff, the team have done a great job of keeping the car running, put a diff on it, but it's not the limited slip diff he had in originally. Just struggled with that a little bit yesterday, particularly in the slippery conditions. Our South African junior WRC driver having a very, very different type of rally adventure here on the Roger Albert Clark, something he knew he'd signed up for, but until it happens, you never quite know. And last night, Max did look like he needed a good old sleep. It had been, he's smiling, his thumbs up, he's in good spirits. He's made it through the second stage this morning. I'll tell you what, that's good for adding to the experience, isn't it?
Man, it's been a rally like no other. Hey, Paul. Wow, that is so crazy in there. It's a war zone, man. I mean, there's like cars off on almost every corner.
It's nice to see the energy. You struggled yesterday afternoon, and it was showing on, the toll was showing. You've had a good sleep, you've reset, and you're going again.
100%. Yeah, no, we're feeling good today. The car's feeling good. They really enjoyed the first stage, and really stoked to be here.
I've said it before, experience shows in stages like that. Max Smart and Bob Stocko are through. Bob has done a few of those in his time as well, and is the perfect person to be guiding Max through that stage. Lots of smiles and waves on the Mini Rally Challenge competitors making it through. Tim Bradshaw, Steve Harris here. Big off on the Cambrian. Great to see them back out. Yeah, we'll take wild.
That was wild, absolutely wild. Steve's going flat, and I'm like, well, we got nothing. We got no ice, no control. There's cars.
Honestly, saying flat.
Yeah. No, it was a Harris, isn't it? We don't do any messing about.
It's fast.
It's sheet ice. There's cars off absolutely everywhere.
Guys, you're here. Well done.
Oh. Cheers, Paul.
Fabulous. Wild. We'll keep collecting the descriptive terms for this. We've had wild, amazing, silly. Any words to describe that?
Terrifying. Plenty of cars off in there. It was just unbelievably slippy. So I was hoping the first stage was really good. We get some flat out driving, but back to the ice again, I'm afraid.
Back to the ice again. Willie is through the stage, and it was utterly terrifying, he says. Well, I tell you what, if there is a car on this rally that has done stages like that in the past, it will be this one, Dave.
That's right, but blimey, the driver hasn't. Oh, it was very difficult. Cars off everywhere, and I just pussyfooted round. I must get to the end.
But that's rallying, isn't it? We've seen that over the years, haven't we? It's not all about a sprint, a blistering pace, is it?
Well, it isn't a one-day event, but with having a big accident in February on the East Riding, just repaired it, full paint. I want to take it home, otherwise I might get divorced.
Yeah, let's not add that to your rally adventure, but you're still here. The two Daves in the X-Works Mark 1 twin cam have still got it in one piece. Mrs. Watkins will be pleased to know. Alan, do you have any words to describe that to me?
Word from at home, that was just hardship. Nothing but hardship.
Say the word again?
Hardship.
Hardship.
Hardship. Suffering.
I like it, I like it.
Oh my God. So what can you do in there? There must be 8-9 cars in there. Some of them upside down. Man, yeah.
Hey, it's the R.A.C. rally.
The gift that keeps on giving, is it?
The gift that keeps on giving. What's the plan from here? Keep it on the road, presumably.
Oh, you have to, yeah. Have to. Go home.
Go home. Not yet, boys. You're not going home just yet. Sorry, Sam, just ran into you there. Well, any words to describe that?
Dead easy. Just dead easy. Like, just... Yeah, no, lethal, in parts, lethal, just, I'm sure everyone else has said it, but mint, genuinely awesome fun, scary as hell, yeah, definitely need a new pair of underwear, I think, but all good.
Awesome fun, scary as hell, we'll take that, it's the R.A.C. rally.
Yeah, exactly, what more could you want? Yeah, while we're here.
We like that, that's good. Like I said it earlier, there will be people who have not particularly enjoyed their experience through this stage because it is such a challenge, but you can see there are so many people absolutely loving driving in these conditions, and it's good to see, isn't it? Right, championship protagonists. Well, you had to make it through there. You had no choice because Jamie McBain was watching the results and the live stream.
Okay, that's fine. No, that was awesome. That brings back memories of the old snowman rallies and stuff like that.
We've said this. Experience counts in there, doesn't it?
Yeah, but I'll tell you, Charlie did well. He was quite close behind me, so he's driving really well. But no, I'm enjoying it. This is fantastic. It's rallying's all about. It's all the changing conditions. You've got to think ahead, keep looking for grip. Just looking, make sure if it's shiny, then just avoid, get the speed off.
Hop out. I'm doing this job. You're doing mine. There we go. Right, guys, keep it going. Keep that championship fight. Tom Hind could be gravel rally champion at the end of the day in the mini rally challenge. And as you heard, very articulately describing what it takes to be a rally driver. Charlie, tell you what, in a short rally career, you've done it all, and that just adds another one, doesn't it?
Well, I'll tell you what, anybody that makes it here to see that camera in your face deserves a bloody medal, because sorry.
It's nothing to do with my face.
No, nothing to do with you, no. But there was, my tash is in there. Sorry. But no, that's by far the slipperiest and worst stage, not for driving, but for grip. It was unreal, just unreal. We were in 5th and 6th more than we were in 2nd and 3rd.
But you are here, and you are one of our least experienced drivers in the rally, and you've made it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I don't know quite how, because there was a couple of moments where we said, oh no, and we both went for this, and one had that, I had this.
Throwing the junior car into chicanes back end first, isn't it?
I think it is, yeah. But no, there's a lot of cars off in that. On roofs and in ditches and stuff, so yeah, no, good job everybody's out with their triangles and swaying everybody down, because we'd have been one of them, I think.
Right then.
So yeah, next
gravel championship fight is on.
That's it. Yeah.
Right. Good luck. Cheers. There we go. Charlie Mathewson, Ian Bass, who sat alongside him in his junior days, quite happy with what he's managed to do in there. Wow. Oliver, those are some conditions to be a rally driver in, right?
That was very interesting. Yeah, we had a few big moments. Obviously got caught by Tom and Charlie in there, so we dropped 2 minutes, but I don't know, it's really hard work. I'm glad to be here. Yeah.
One of these days you don't mind that, do you?
I've never driven on ice in a scenario like that before, so it was like, Jesus, and then you're pressing on the brakes and you've got to learn what's ice, what's gravel, what's like slush, and it's hard work, but it was good fun.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. That's what we like to hear. Oliver is having a mini rally adventure. That's all of our mini rally challenge crews. Right, so the light is really down now. We're going to need spot lamps, and I'm not sure if that is going to perhaps catch a few of our front runners. I'm trying to think. It will be more the guys who have got spot lamp pods, I would have thought, because I should imagine the escorts went into the day with their spot lamps on. But I haven't seen any photos or footage from the first few stages to confirm that, so that will definitely be one to watch. This is when the atmosphere of a Roger Albert Clark rally really comes into its own. The lights dimming. The marshals are using torches to mark the time cards. And it really feels like we're going rallying, doesn't it? Rob Smith, Andy Darlington alongside here, doing their first ever Roger Albert Clark rally. Do not underestimate the accomplishment for any. I'm just looking, actually. The spot lamps are on most of these cars, aren't they? So perhaps that was the order of the day. Rob, wow.
Yeah, the previous stage, really good on, really quick, really committed. That one, about the first quarter of a mile, half a mile, and then it just turned into ice. I've never seen so many cars off in one stage. It's like a scrapyard. There's cars littered here, there, and everywhere. Whereas once you go wide, you get stuck in the ditch, and that's it, I think. So.
Thankfully for you, not yours. On we go. Hyndlee next.
When you walk in, you don't normally go off, but yeah, it was very slippery in there.
Good stuff. Rob and Andy are through. See what Stephen Brown and Lewis Hooper thought of that one. Stephen doing mainly single venues and throwing himself in at the deep end. I just described you as throwing yourself in at the deep end. Would that be fair?
Definitely, yeah. I've
still with that massive grin.
Yes, but I've not seen as many cars off on a stage as in there.
How was your stage?
Well, we're just tippy-toeing around, nearly caught, but I don't care. I don't care. Still going. Yep. Anyway, we're
more than happy with that. Stephen Brown, Lewis Hooper. No apologies required for tiptoeing around in these conditions. Getting through is the main thing, isn't it, Andy?
Yeah.
That's all you got from me. You just got no emotions or energy left.
That was a bit slippy.
It's fine.
Very tricky, but hey ho, we're here. So, yeah.
Yeah, are you enjoying yourself still?
Yeah. It's a bit of a challenge, but hey ho, same for everybody, isn't it?
And have you got a bit of an unofficial Toyota AE86 Corolla challenge going on this week?
We have, yeah.
It's quite
cool,
cool,
yeah.
isn't it?
Yeah. It's good.
I haven't seen so many out for a while.
No, we're normally the only one, so yeah, it's good.
You're still the most sideways, is that okay?
Am I?
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Right. Andy Madge, as entertaining as ever, particularly in the snow and the ice. And that lovely Corolla AE86 GT. I must say, it looks very smart with all the dials lit up. I haven't seen this in the dark so far. Very nice, isn't it? It's in the camera. Look, the camera in here is fancy. Very well prepared. How was that?
Very slippy. We did a good first stage, but that one just very cautious. Just got to get through it, haven't you?
That's what it is, isn't it? It's a mixture of challenges.
Yeah.
You knew about this.
Yeah. So.
Describe your Roger Albert Clark rally experience for me so far.
Mint. Amazing. Yeah.
Mint. I'm adding that to the list of words. Excellent news. Well done, guys. Matt Brown, Tom Jordan doing their first Roger Albert Clark rally. Are you still getting on famously in here?
Well, we are getting on, but that was, I don't think I've ever driven so steady in my life. It was, but hey, we just had to get through. Yep. And obviously we lost count of how many cars were off, so rolled, and obviously they were nearly all minis, but you would know all about that, wouldn't you, Paul?
Ah, there we go. Right, with that, you're off. Off you go.
I didn't swear.
I prefer you swearing. Mark Constantine getting through in the Nova. Yeah, I'm being very careful not to mention anything about minis and crashing, obviously. Tell me about that.
Well, I haven't seen so many cars off in the same stage in my life. It was a warning for us. We just took our time getting through. Just stupid, trying to do something stupid with it. You've been joining the scenery straight away. As my comic said, what's the rush? The rallies are long rallies. What's the rush?
I love that. What's the rush? Yeah. What is the rush? Let's see how Dave Hopkins and Richard Wise got on in there. Richard's got a red light. Can you see that on the camera? A red map light, or was it just picking out his helmet? Maybe it just looked like a red map light. That would be a remarkable thing, wouldn't it? So the top 10 now coming into this 14th stage. Keep an eye on that. This is going to be a decisive stage for many reasons. Decisive stage.
You could say I've never seen so many cars off. Thankfully not us, but it's going to take a few more, I suspect. We got through it. Not taking any chances.
Experience counting for you boys in here?
Yeah, I love the snow, but it's a bit more than snow in there. So, yeah, we'll just keep it on the island, keep pushing, not too many dramatics, and see how we get on.
Richard's giving me the eye. You got to go, guys. See you guys. Dave Hopkins, Richard Wise, in that lovely Mark 1 RS 1600. So you are going to see some entertaining driving through this first stage, this second stage of the day now, stage 14, Riccarton, 10.3 miles. And what do you do if you're Roshan Price? It's almost a cliche, in fact it is a cliche, we say it so often, it is harder to be a rally driver when you're not absolutely pushing the limits, because you know exactly what you're aiming for. When you are trying to manage an event in these conditions, suddenly that challenge becomes even greater. So, sounds nice to be in the lead, doesn't it? But the pressure that brings, as well as the conditions, adds a whole different element of jeopardy. So, it is going to be an interesting few minutes. Keep your eye on that stage. Keep your eye on the cameras we have inside this 14th stage, and we will be ready for the reaction here at the stage end. 41 seconds the lead of the rally overall coming into this 14th stage after 2 days of Welsh rallying. We're now into Scotland and Northern England with just as much ice as we saw in Wales. In fact, more so this morning. This 14th stage, easily the most treacherous of the lot, but fair play to everybody getting through this, and commiserations to those who haven't. That is rallying. See how Bradley Howlett got on here. Bradley, that was tough, wasn't it?
That was horrific. Yeah, I've been in better war zones than that. There's cars everywhere. Just survive. We're here. It's good.
It's rallying. You through it.
Through it. It was fun in places, but not so good in others. But we'll see how the rest of them go.
There we go.
Thank you.
Worked hard for that. You'd like to think the second running of this stage might be a bit better after the leading cars have been through and cleared the way a little bit, but we haven't seen that to be the case so far, have we? Ender, the rally's still going well for you, and you still made it through this one.
Yeah, that was scary. Yeah, bad. It was from nothing to never done anything like that in my life, and it's myself. Yeah, we're still good. There's a load of cars off everywhere.
But a massive grin on your face, most importantly.
Oh, it's mega. Yeah, feels good. Yeah, it's just better get going.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I was just looking. See if I could get a grin off the co-driver, but too focused on what's coming up next, I think, is probably the best way to describe that. Look at this. Arm out on the window. Look how chilled you are.
You think so?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen so many cars off in one stage. We had an 80-mile-an-hour spin, and then where I was, I had to do like a 20-point turn to get it in, and then he caught me up. You can have it, mate. You can have it.
Fresh, you got to 80-mile-an-hour mark in there.
He was saying nothing while we were spinning. I would say, oh, fuck.
Well, that's not really his bag, is it? Once you've spun, then his job's done, isn't it? Yeah. Guys, well done, you're here.
Cheers.
Just getting here, we've said it a few times. Just getting here is a massive part of the challenge. We're just quickly, not sure what we're doing, changing camera batteries or wiping the screen or something. I've been hoiked off to come back to the studio van for a pit stop just before the top 10 leaderboard come through the stage end here in Riccarton. Light, that's what we're after, a light, yes. Yeah, just like the rally cars need lights, we need our spot lamp pod bolting onto the special stage camera here. Right, it's highly unlikely I am going to have results as the cars come to the stop line here, based on previous experience so far this week. So I'm going to ask our top 10 drivers for their time, and you guys are going to help me keep track of that, because I've got two numb hands, neither of them work properly. I'm certainly not going to be able to make a note of anything, so my memory is going to take a bit of a test here. And producer Wayne has a brief to listen to the times and give them a note and recite them back to me, so we can do a bit of quick maths at the stage end just to see what's going on here. I suppose in terms of the overall event lead, all things being equal, in pace and merit alone, that's not what we're going to be looking at through here. Is it? The focus for us is going to be on those parts of the leaderboard where it is a little closer. Mark Higgins, Greg McKnight on an equal overall time in 5th together. Higgins only 20 seconds behind De Vries James. Dan Mennel only 23 behind Greg McKnight. Ben Friend only 14 behind Arnie Radstrom. In turn, Tom Worcester only 14 behind Ben Friend, so you get the idea. James Ford, Neil Shanks on a fight back 7 behind Matt Edwards and Sean Williams, who are only just half a minute off Jason Pritchard and Phil Clark, who in turn are only 21 off the top 10. That is what we're looking at. It's going to be an exciting afternoon here as the light disappears completely, the spotlights come on, and the snow and the ice wait to challenge our crews in the 14th stage of the day. Clearly the delays we have had will impact on the rest of the day's schedule, so just keep an eye on the Roger Albert Clark social media for official updates for any changes to timings. But pretty much guaranteed any timings we had have now changed a little bit at least, so I had a few people asking for updates. We will not be your first port of call for those official updates on changes. It's the official channels you need to be looking at. And I'm not going to waste time speculating when I can talk rally cars with these rally drivers coming through one of the most difficult stages of their lives. Stone just caught in the wheel, perhaps, for Mark Christopher. Jasmine West car in the R50. They had a crash on the Woodpecker on their first outing together, didn't they, in this little R50 Mini? So great to see them back out and in one piece after what has been a heck of a challenge here in Riccarton. Anyone watching this stage, having done the Border Counties here earlier in the year, will be forgiven for thinking they're looking at a completely different part of the world. Almost unrecognisable from when we've been here previously. Oh, I think that is a stone. It looks like you've gone fast enough to get a stone caught in your brake disc, which is remarkable in there.
Thank you very much. We broke down for about, well, we think 2 hours, but the car stopped and we couldn't get it going. But yeah, so they're still in us to carry on. So yeah, on we go.
Excellent. But the delay has favoured you then.
Yes, it has. Yeah, definitely.
But
so
happy enough.
Yeah, it's all good. Yeah, slippery.
Smile on your face, having come through a treacherous stage, but still running. Hi there. What is your name?
Alberto.
Alberto, nice to have you with us. Are you enjoying the action? Are you having fun?
Non capisco inglese.
A word for the Italian fans.
Non speak English. Per i nostri fans. Forza Italia, forza Luca Oebling, forza Taddei, forza Bairetta, tutti gli italiani. Forza Italia.
A word for the Italian fans from Alberto. Great to have you at the stage end with us. The fans coming from all over the world to enjoy the action here, as well as from all over the UK, and massive grins on people's faces, because I tell you what, if you're coming over from Italy or wherever else to watch British rallying, surely you want to see a bit of snow in Scotland, don't you? Or in Northern England. We're right on the border here, aren't we? That's why it features in the Border Counties, of course. But yeah, I think it's great. Proper R.A.C. rally weather, and that's what we'll be talking about. It's great for the press releases, isn't it? Great for the headlines. Not so great for those who haven't made it through, of course. And if you are just tuning in and you were hoping to see Holly McRae and John Armstrong through the finish here, unfortunately they haven't made it to the finish. The R53 Mini is on its roof in the stage, but not too bad. So we were hoping with a bit of spectator power. There we go, Italian flag out here at the stage end. yeah, we were hoping with a bit of spectator power we might yet get Holly through the finish and have a word with her. 30 years to the day since her old man won the World Rally Championship, and wow, we all remember that day like it was yesterday, don't we? So that is the big news from this stage so far. As far as I'm aware, and I may have missed something, but I don't think so yet, there's no dramas from the first stage. Tommy's fell only 3 or so miles, so here we go. Orshan Price is into the finish. Let's see what he made of the conditions through here. To remind you, a 41-second lead coming into this 14th stage. It was a 29-second lead overnight. Took a bit of time out of Paul Barrett in the first stage of today. Orshan, report from in there then.
Disaster, lead change there, so just couldn't find any grip. He could have thrown it off so many times, so yeah, I think Paul was relatively catching us towards the end there. So
what was your time?
I have no idea.
We're late.
39. He took a bit out.
Okay. Orshan struggling through there. Didn't manage to get the time. I didn't hear that, so let's see what Paul makes of that. Paul, we said before this one, this could be decisive in conditions like these.
Crazy in there. Crazy. But good crack. Did you time mark off Orshan there? No?
He thinks that you took the lead off him in there.
Oh, right, okay. Well, we'll take that.
What was your time, do you know?
11:54. 11:54.
11:54, okay. Was that a 12:39 from Orshan maybe? He said 39, didn't he? If it was a 12:39 compared to 11:54. So that is just the lead then, switching to Paul Barrett in that stage. 41 seconds was the margin coming into here, and he's taken 44 if those times are correct, which would mean that Paul does have a slender lead, and Orshan is now well and truly in the battle again, and you can see the frustration inside the car. Understandable. In these conditions, he has gone really well so far. Yeah, James Morgan down here at the stage end, a bit of a co-driver experience helping to note down those times. Thank you, James. I'll grab a word with you in a minute, actually. We'll have a quick word with Barney, with Marty and Barney, and see how they got on. But okay, so the lead. Marty, tricky.
I went down, I was off the road for about 100 metres. I'd say it was 100 metres in 5th gear. And we sort of came out of it, then the snow caught us and pulled us back in again. And I was under the door the whole way. I thought we were parked, and somehow, I didn't know how, we were like down at like 4,000 RPM in 5th, and she just came out of it. I can't believe we're still here. Unbelievable.
Obviously that's not good to hear, but your energy in here is absolutely fabulous.
But sure, it's great, like we should be lying in there freezing and we're still going, so it's all good here. Like,
fight is still on. Martin McCormack is alive, isn't he? You hear that energy in there. What was their time, James?
12:45.
Okay, it looks like we've got people slowing the car down after the camera. We can't see what's going on in there, so we'll try and. I didn't take that in, James, because I had someone talking in my ear. 12:45 there for Marty. James Morgan, very quickly, these are treacherous conditions. What are they doing then? Managing things?
Yeah, I think you just have to get through. I mean, we're still not even halfway through the rally, so it's only the second stage of the day. It's all still to play for in the R.A.C. It all comes down to the last day.
It does come down to the last day. We've said that a few times. They're amazing, huh?
Yeah, that was the hardest one so far, no doubt. That was extremely slippery. Yeah, very, very glad just to get through it. Like, probably hemorrhaging time. We thought somebody would catch us the speed we were going, but we managed to get through, so all good. But very, very difficult stage, yeah.
There we go, experience counting. Do you know what? I'm being a little lazy here, but James Morgan is gathering up times, isn't he? So he's also showing times. But the big news here is that Paul Barrett takes the lead of the Roger Albert Clark Rally from Arshan Price, who came in here with a 41-second lead. Greg, wow.
Horrific. Absolutely horrific in there. Glad to be at the end of that one.
It is about getting through, isn't it?
It is, yeah. We were just crawling. I don't know what the time was like, but we just had to crawl.
Okay.
It doesn't help with the sticky throttle either.
Oh, sticky throttle as well for Greg McKnight. Not great. Leading the Open Rally and battling for the midpoint in the top 10. It's Adrian Hetherington who has stopped on the stage. Now, I don't know any more than that at this stage, but as soon as we've got some info, we will bring it to you. But Adrian Hetherington has stopped in the stage. I was watching you get the times there, so I stopped, James. With your international experience, are these guys, what are the co-drivers doing here? It's a big job, isn't it, on a stage like this with the conditions as they are and the time so close?
Yeah, it's actually really difficult to read the notes in stages like this because the rhythm is changing so much. 1 minute you're going fast and 1 minute you're struggling to move. So it's a very difficult job for the co-drivers just to sort of try and keep the driver in their rhythm and not get frustrated. So
that's why I grab a word with a professional whenever I can, because that's a very good point. It's the change in rhythm which is the struggle, not necessarily the conditions themselves. Mark, experience does count in stages like that, but wow, you won't have seen one like that for some time.
No, we were just saying halfway through, you think we're going too slow, you just don't know what you're doing, and then suddenly you come around a corner and there's nothing. It's very hard, and the mist came down, so you can't even use your lights. So they're throwing them at us on this rally. It's definitely a challenge.
Look at that smile. He's still here, and he didn't know he would be on day one, but listen to that beautiful V8. Mark, it sounds like a NASCAR from out here. What an incredible sounding car, and what an incredible rally the Roger Albert Clark is shaping up to be here. Day 3, and the leaderboard is swapping around. The overall lead changing on stage 14 through Riccarton with conditions that favour the brave and the experienced. Ben, you're going to need that lucky bolt in conditions like those.
Yeah, wow.
You get the gearbox changed?
Yeah, gearbox changed this morning. Boys done a good job. Back on all cylinders, but just so you can't do anything in there. That's terrible.
What was your time?
What was the time? 54. 54. 12:54.
Oh, okay. Yeah, well, you're not too bad considering. 12:54, although not too bad is probably not what Ben wants to be listening to. Jason came into this. No, it's not. It's James Ford, isn't it? Who? Yeah. Doesn't like stopping for interviews. The red mist on the horn at the stage end there and on the road section as well. James Ford and Neil Shanks having a difficult day yesterday, crashing the car into a ditch, losing a lot of time, but a bit of a fight back yesterday afternoon, but doesn't want to talk about it, not at the moment.
You're well out of the way there, by the way. Yeah, no, you're well out of the way.
It is a tough day for anybody out there today in these conditions, but actually to be fighting for overall rally leads and not being able to actually feel where the pace is and know how hard you can push. We heard that from a few of the drivers. That's where the challenge really comes into its own. Right. Let's get to the side for Jason. Jason, you came into today just outside the top 10, ready for a big fight.
12:37. I wouldn't say big fight. It's a different rally to normal, so yeah, we just keep doing our own thing. It's cars off left, right, and centre in there, and yeah, it's certainly R.A.C. weather.
Whether you want one or not, you're going to have a big fight if you want to climb that leaderboard, though.
Yeah, we'll just keep plodding on and take each stage off as they come.
You said last night that it was the only time he'd not enjoyed driving a Mark II. Does that count for this morning too?
No, the last stage was lethal, absolutely horrible. Whereas at least here you could actually see the snow and ice. Last night I just did not like that.
No, that's good to hear. That's a different perspective on things. In this stage here, although it is treacherous, you can see the snow and ice, and that is important to Jason. Yesterday, in that last stage of the day, he was not enjoying himself because he couldn't see where the snow and ice was, and he said it's the first time in all the years he's been competing that he hadn't enjoyed driving a Mark II. Tom, that is tough.
The water up here must be different to the Welsh water, because the water that's come down onto the ground is a bit slipperier, if you like.
What was your time through there?
I don't know. What did we do time-wise? Will? 12:30. 12:30. So, is that good? I don't know. Oh, is it?
Not bad.
So, the problem is the map light is pointing at the door, and I've got a 3-time British champion. I don't know if he's told you, might have told you that a few times, behind me. And so I kept thinking, he's coming, he's coming, he's coming. And he wasn't, but it's just so off-putting. But cars off everywhere. But I love it. I don't know why. I love it.
He now tells me he's a 3-time champion. It'll be brilliant timing. He doesn't ever tell me that, actually.
Can you ask that question first?
No. I'm not winding anybody up in these conditions. Certainly not him. Tommy Walsh, a big grin on his face, enjoying his adventure. The family have joined him up here as well for the northern leg of the event. Matt, what was your time through there, do you know?
11:50. Is it good?
It's 4 seconds faster than anybody else so far.
That'll do. That's the first bit of good news we've had all weekend. We had a puncture in the first one this morning as well. Well, this evening. Oh well.
Wow. We've said experience counts in there.
Yeah, it does, yeah. And it's a stage I've liked historically, so although it counted for very little because I've never seen it with snow like that before. And I think the worst bit about that stage was I was expecting it a lot better than it was. And there was a lot of snow on the road. And
so confirm 11:50 the time.
Yeah.
There we go. Matt Edwards is on a big push despite those conditions. 11:50, that puts him fastest through there, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Paul Barrett was the second fastest. It was a good time from Tom Walser, wasn't it?
Fastest.
Let me. Isn't it good having a professional co-driver down at the stop line with us?
Obviously unofficial.
It's very unofficial, but it gives us an idea, doesn't it? Matt has won 3 British Championships, obviously, and he likes that stage, but he'd never seen it in the snow, yet he's still gone 4 seconds quicker. James, when you're in a car and you're having to do this, it's good to get a professional's take on this. No one knows how fast they're going, and that's quite fascinating, isn't it?
Yeah, it's very difficult for the drivers, I imagine. I think with Matt, obviously, he's got a lot of experience, so probably when he feels like it's very difficult, he's able to remind himself, oh, well, it's the same for everybody else, and you just have to keep doing the best that you can do in the moment, and not many people will be much faster than you, so let's just keep you cool and keep the rhythm going.
What's your role here this weekend? Are you spectating, or?
Yeah, just spectating. There's a couple of Welsh lads doing it, so just trying to help them with coordinating and yeah, just enjoy the R.A.C. atmosphere.
It's voice of James Morgan. What's your plan coming up? What have we got to look forward to next season for you?
Still all a bit up in the air at the moment, to be quite honest. Maybe something in WRC2 again, but we'll wait and see.
Well, we'll look forward to hearing that. James Morgan, the voice of a very experienced and professional co-driver down here at the stage end at 14 at Riccarton, who has been chatting to the drivers, supporting a couple of the Welsh crews, and good to get his take on it. But I'll tell you what, it's certainly a fascinating change around that, isn't it? Matt Edwards, Sean Williams, fastest so far through this 14th stage, and 11:50 from them. Paul Barrett came here to this 14th stage, 41 seconds down on the leaderboard. Little did he dream, and did I say earlier, presenter's curse, I said, didn't I, that on all things being equal, on pace and merit alone, we wouldn't expect that to change, but actually it has done, because Roshan Price, our rally leader coming into this stage, really struggled through that. And a 12:39 puts him in second place. A 5-second lead, unofficially, of course. These are times we've gathered from the co-drivers at the stage end, but that puts the fight here on day 3 into sharp focus, doesn't it, the Roger Albert Clark rally? And I know there will be frantic conversations going on now, and the frustration for Roshan, having come in here with what we said looked like a comfortable lead, but it never is on the Roger Albert. We did say that, didn't we? But he'll now have to put that frustration behind him. And you're going to see that action through Hyndlee next. Yeah, and tell us about that.
It's not enjoyable at all, is it? No. it's too much. Yeah, too much risk really for us. We just took it steady to come through.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah,
you're through. I think he's smiling, just about.
That were rough. That were tough. It was, and then obviously with the dark now, you can't see where it's had sun. You can't really see. You know, the road is just completely slushy and icy, and then next minute it's locking up. So we managed through, and that's all you
Jason
can.
said it was a little better because you can see where the ice is in this one compared to the last couple of stages yesterday when you had no idea. Any merit in that?
I disagree with him. I couldn't see. It was exactly the same as Sweetline and Atherin through there for me. You know, like, okay, in places you could see where tyres was locking up, but at that point it was a bit late to kind of be getting on the brakes. So, yeah, we got through.
What time did you do?
13:57. So, yeah, all right.
.13:57 for Riccarton, who clearly struggled through that stage. I'm on the wrong side of the car, on the right side of the car, depending on how you look at it. Well, you're not staring at the back of that Mark II, wishing you were here in one, are you?
Jesus. That's only the second stage I've done, and it was treacherous in there. Yeah, not a lot of fun to be fair, but anyway, got through it, so that'll do, won't it?
Yeah. First stage, all right?
Yeah, that was all right. It was, just trying to get the hang of it, but yeah, it'll be all right. We'll go across the Hyndlee and have a look. See what's
Good to have you in. Matthew Robinson really should be here in a Subaru Legacy, wasn't to be, so at least we get him out even in a Peugeot 208. But he's only doing the northern leg of the rally, so it is a baptism of fire for him. Matt, describe that to me if you can.
Not going to tell you anything anybody else hasn't, I don't think. That's pretty shit, but it's all right. Like if you embrace it, I suppose, which we didn't. But no, yeah.
You're smiling and you're here.
Yeah, I'm always smiling. I'm always optimistic. But
and on the leaderboard, it's quite close. You know, you're not by no means in a no man's land.
Oh, no. We're sort of trying to push really if we can, but you can't push in there. And like I said to Matt, earlier. We haven't got the experience in those sort of conditions, so we're just just going where we can.
Maturity to know it, which is half the battle, isn't it? Yeah, he's right. Pushing in those conditions is no fun. Good to see you back out. Obviously, a bit of a tough day yesterday.
Yeah, it was tough, but testament to the people I got around me to get us out. Without them wanting to do it, I think we probably wouldn't have been here. So.
And it's not unheard of for somebody to go into Super Rally and come out with a pretty astonishing result here.
I think I need a time machine to get a result with the time I lost, but I've never seen the underneath of so many minis.
Dave Henderson, just pleased to be here with Chris Lees and having seen all the minis off in that stage. Was it you who said to me that you were looking forward to consistent rain and grip today?
Yeah, I was looking forward to it, but I haven't yet found it. Man, that was hard again. Jeez, so slippery, so slippery. I'm sure everybody. Is that the Volvo behind me?
It is, yeah.
Sven, yeah, he's just shopping. He's just shopping, isn't
he? He is, yeah. There we go. Rudy, still smiling, but it was a tough old stage. It will be interesting to see how Arnie Radstrom went in there in the Volvo 262. Let's get some reaction from a man who should be no stranger to those conditions and is absolutely loving being in this battle. Well, Arnie, that is R.A.C. rally conditions for you.
Yeah, it is. But to be even, well, we have no power steering.
What time did you do?
It doesn't matter. No good time, I think, because it's really heavy in the steering wheel. So we must go.
Well, there you go and get it sorted. But still smiling, Arnie Radstrom, power steering has gone on the Volvo. That'll be a heavy old beast to be lumbering around. We're still interested to know the time though, because in conditions like those, you just never know, do you? And Rudy did seem to think that Arnie had come through quite quickly behind him, didn't he? So It'll be interesting when the times are through in a short while. It'll be interesting, but at the minute, the big news, if you are just tuning in to day 3 of the Roger Albert Clark Rally with our live coverage brought to you by Viking Motorsport, the big news from stage 14, Riccarton, the second of the day, is that having come in here with a 41-second lead, Ocean Price is now in second place. Paul Barrett moving into the lead with, Paul Barrett moving into the lead with an astonishing time through this stage, but even more astonishing than that, Matt Edwards, 3-time British Rally champion, on an absolute charge and taking 4 out of even Barrett through this stage. So the fight back well and truly underway for Matt Edwards, despite having a puncture this morning. So even with, here's an update for you, that's why I was interested to know Arnie's time, and I know you might be thinking, why are you pushing him for a time? But he was actually 4th quickest through there. Actually, Laura Marshall's just dropped me a message confirming that as well. 12:21, thank you, Laura. And producer Wayne also excitedly telling me that as well. A 12:21 for Arnie Radstrom. 4th fastest through here, despite losing his power steering in these treacherous conditions. So the gritters are out on the main road outside, which tells you all you need to know, as if you didn't already know it, having seen the conditions in the stage, having seen the challenge that has befallen our crews in this 14th stage of the Roger Albert Clark Rally. It has had everything so far, hasn't it? In 2 and a bit days. We are not even halfway through this incredible event just yet. Sasha, turn the engine off in frustration. What was that like?
Oh, mate, it was just survival. Just survival. Just took it super slow through there. Just stay on the. What
time did you do out of interest?
I have no idea.
It's not even one where you ask, is it?
No, definitely not. Don't care if I lost a minute. Just quite happy to be through there.
Pleased to see you out. The things that will stay with me on these events are people enjoying their rallying despite it being the most horrific conditions they have ever seen. I just love that. Big grins on some of these drivers' faces having come through the most challenging stage they'll ever do. Yeah, I don't know why I was even worrying about spotlights earlier. They've all got them bolted on, haven't they? How are you? I'm all right, but that's not the question we need to ask, is it?
We're in Kielder.
Yeah.
Mint that.
Was it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Embrace it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Find the grip.
Matt Stroud said that. He said, you've got to embrace it, and I didn't.
That's it. All this negativity is no good.
Do you know what? There's very little. I was just saying, there's very little negativity.
Tried that. He said it was horrible, but you've got to really concentrate, and it's quite good. Yeah.
He gets time to look at the things you're pointing the car at, though.
You can soon put it off, don't get me wrong, like, but yeah, there's a lot of cars, a lot of minis.
Don't look at me like that. I always say, be known for something in your life. Sadly, I'm known for crashing a Mini, clearly. That and getting my car stuck on the last Roger Albert Clark. Johnny, you're battling through to keep the car going and stay with us, which is great. That must have been one hell of a challenge.
Yeah, that's all we're doing. Like, now the tracker went off on us in the middle of the stage here, so I don't know why, but you just can't do anything in there. I mean, can't stop, turn, put power down. It's just a complete waste of time, really. But we're here, so just keep going and see what the rest of them look like.
Tell you what, the noise of the release bearing on the gearbox in that Group A Sierra is deafening. I mean, don't get me wrong, I didn't really stick my head in many Group A Sierras back when they were a thing, but wow, that really surprises me. That is a hell of a noise inside that car. I've stopped asking for times at this point. A lot of these guys are not even asking about their times, and we'll wait for the times to come through in the update at the end of the day.
Wayne, how you doing, mate? You're right, you're not live on Facebook.
We are, yeah, and I'm not Wayne, luckily for you. Wayne's in there. People doing commando rolls and crawls past the camera here. We're not that scary. Maybe it's you guys watching at home that they're scared of. So, reminder that Phil Bramall and the second special stage team will be out live with action this afternoon. I say this afternoon, in the second loop of stages tonight, shall we say. And we'll update you on the times, but right now there's a story that that we need to tell here. Rob, you didn't even think you were going to be here today after yesterday. No. Great to see you both okay, firstly, but secondly, just tell me about the job that the team have done here.
They've been brilliant. All of the lads that have helped us yesterday were absolutely fantastic, not just lads but ladies too. But no, incredible order. I thought it was game over when we were at the side of the road yesterday.
Let's be right, it should have been.
Yeah, it should have been, but everybody, Phil and the Viking team have been absolutely fantastic, and I just cannot praise them enough. In the car, even now, of what it's been through yesterday, I just can't fault it.
What blows my mind, Rob, is that it doesn't even look patched up.
No, it doesn't at all, really, does it? And it drives absolutely brilliant as well.
Fair play to you guys as well, getting back in the car. I know Joe was a little injured yesterday, so it's great to see you back out. And enjoy the rest of this event. We'll be telling your story later on in the Rally Report. Rob Goff, Jack Bowen, how good to see them back out, and what a job from Phil Mills and his Viking Motorsport team. Full Viking mentality on display there. Well, with a name like Mad Mick Jones, you should be okay on the snow and the ice, because you need a bit of madness to get through that one, don't you?
I like that.
Yeah?
It's real nice, my sort of stage.
I love how chilled out you are after that.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. Back in '93 we had a snowy R.A.C. and I loved every minute of it.
I've been saying this to a few people. People who've done the R.A.C. back in the day will not be scared of that at all.
No, I think, that was just normal. It was not very often. You get it about once every 5 or 6 years, but that is just something that, just get the balance, and I think we're all right. I don't know where we were time-wise, but...
What time did you do, Jane?
13:56.
Yeah, okay. I love that. That was just normal. Was it just normal, Jane?
No, she was saying to me, what was it? Behave.
Behave. Mad Mick Jones living up to his name. We'll clip that one for later. That was just normal, he said. Coming through Riccarton in the snow and the ice with zero grip, with cars off everywhere. That was just normal. It was like 93 on the R.A.C. when I last did a stage like that. And Jane Nichol had to tell him to behave a few times during that stage. And so might we all have done had we been sat in, I think we would call it the silly seat, wouldn't we? On that occasion. Fantastic and so good. After a few health problems to have. No, there we go. Sorry. Wrong side of the car there for Stefan. You think I'd know the right side of the car by now, Stefan. How was that?
Horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, very dangerous. I haven't had a good feeling from the beginning. What's going on here? Sorry.
It's all right. Just wait for you to... Yeah. There we go.
That's it. Yeah, very bad stage for me. Didn't work at all, and I had no confidence. But crazy dangerous. Yeah.
Well, you're through it, and the experience is showing. Stefan won the Roger Albert Clark back in 2010 in a snow-covered event, famously so. So to see him, do we call that struggling? I think he's just not enjoying. I don't think he was struggling, but you'd think he'd be a man who would embrace those kinds of conditions. Ian, how was that?
Bit iffy in there, but we just went real safe, you know. Yeah. Where we could go a bit, we pushed, but as soon as it was icy, I just took no risks at all. We had a long night last night to rebuild the axle and put a crown wheel and pinion in, so we never got here till like 6:30 this morning. And then the sat-nav sent us down the road, and we got all the kit snarled up at the bottom of the road. So yeah, we got in about 7:30 this morning. So yeah, so I'm a little bit tired, but we're okay.
Well, you're here, and we'll forgive a bit of caution then, given that arduous start today for Ian Evans. These are the stories that we these are the stories. Andy, tell me about that. You look like you've worked hard.
I thought last night was bad. I said to him, we go up north now, the temperature's lovely, it'll be grand, we'll have a great time. Oh my God.
It was you that said to me the temperatures are looking better.
Yeah, they are, but the temperatures are up. I think it was something like 8-9 degrees earlier on, but that was unbelievable. I'm sure everybody's saying the same, but I've never seen so many cars off.
Out of interest, what time did you do?
13:16.
Not bad. One of those stages where you just don't know, do you?
You just don't know. You just, it's a gamble. It's all about how much gambling you want to do. You don't know which bend is icy, which one is not. So we've seen so many cars off. It's just, I don't know, keep going, just keep the car going.
How many seasons of rallying could you do and never see conditions like that, though?
I've done a few, like. I've done probably, I don't know. I've done 15, 20 years of rallying, and these are the toughest stages I've ever done. So this is hard. Yeah.
It's an R.A.C, baby.
You got it. You know it.
Viv, you need all your experience and a little bit more in there.
I was hoping there was a bit of a thaw and we were going to get a good run at it, but an awful lot of ice and hard to read the road too. A lot of slippy stuff over crests and brows. I'm sure you've heard it.
Yep.
Aye.
But getting through and fighting on.
Aye, yeah. Trying to keep it clean, no spins.
Yeah, these guys know that we've heard it all before, don't they? Lee, I just said to Andy Davies, you can do 20 years of rallying and never see conditions like that.
Yeah, I need to do a rally driving course.
I think you just did one, mate.
I've forgotten how to do it, but we didn't get stuck. That's the main thing. And there's plenty in ditches. So
I would call that a rally driving course. Keep going. I need to do a rally driving course. Brilliant. We all need to do one of those. The man who gives the rally driving courses, though, has given us all a little bit of schooling in that one. Matt Edwards, 3-time British rally champion, not fazed by the conditions here in Riccarton at all, taking the fastest stage time by 4 seconds. But the big news being that Paul Barrett has taken the lead of the Roger Albert Clark rally overall on the times through that stage. Oshten Price knew it coming into the stage end. He was crushed coming in there. I mean, he'd said yesterday he couldn't quite pick the grip and wasn't quite sure after a couple of stages yesterday how things had gone until he'd seen the times, but on that one he knew. He knew. Still a long way to go. Over half the rally, in fact. Arnie Radstrom, though, 4th fastest through this stage with no power steering. The man is an animal, as a certain Scotsman once said. Well, Mark, it's funny that we should be talking about 90s R.A.Cs because we had snow like that then.
Oh, that was so tricky. I mean, probably lost a lot of time in there, but I don't mind because we're through it. We'll make up for it elsewhere, hopefully. Yeah. But no, tricky stage, proper R.A.C stage, and that's what we came for. So yeah, we'll keep. I think we'll smile once we've thought about it for 5 minutes. But
I said that to a few people. Once you look back, you think, wow.
That was tough, really tough. Toughest stage of the rally so far.
Nice. Toughest stage of the rally so far, says Mark McCulloch, and he knows all about these stages. Right, Mr. Proctor. Well, happy birthday, sir. 42, is it?
Again, yes.
That's what Paula said anyway.
I'm sure she did, yeah. Sorry about the other day, I got a bit stressed.
Don't you worry about that. How stressed were you in there?
Yeah, it's slippy, real slippy. And the man in the Norwegian in the Volvo pushing me like mad.
They tend to do that.
Drive. Yeah, they do.
Arnie Radstrom's lost his power steering. He's 4th fastest through there in a Volvo.
Yeah, well, honestly, proper man.
His face says it all. Happy birthday, mate. What a way to celebrate.
Yeah, all the best. Thank you.
Kev Proctor. Hey.
Love you, Paula.
Listen to that. What a guy is crawling underneath it on day 1, thinking he'd broken a drive shaft. Here he is on day 3 of the Roger Albert Clark, celebrating his birthday. Kev Proctor, former rallycross man, knows a thing or two about throwing a car sideways, but conditions like that, even with his experience, testing at best. Ole, look at that smile. Proper R.A.C rally conditions.
Yeah, it's the greatest race stage so far.
What was your time?
I'm a driver.
We'll have a look later, but I've got a feeling we'll have a nice surprise there. Nice to see you smiling after that one. I'll tell you what, the Scandinavians don't half like. Okay, we've got an important message to read. Please listen carefully to this. It's a spectator announcement for the Thomas Fell and Kershup car parks. Due to the inconsiderate parking of a number of spectators, we are now allowing an exit of the car park via the Thomas Fell stage at post 2 until 5:30 to allow spectators to exit via the stage if they wish. This opening on the car park will close at 5:30 promptly. So if you want to get out of the stage, if you're in the car park at Thomas Fell or Kershup, please head now to the stage. You'll be allowed out of the stage at post 2 until 5:30. You've got 25 minutes. That's an important announcement from the organisers, who are working hard to come up with contingencies, but please park considerately. It is one of the most important things you can do. Adam, it's been a tough event for you right from the off, but you're still here.
Yeah, we're still going. We lost a lot of time on the first day, but we climbed up 37 places yesterday, so we're still surviving.
Yeah, what was that like in there for you?
Oh, it was treacherous. It was just like a cow graveyard. There's people off everywhere. Just glad to get through it.
Good to have you still here and in the fight, and also on a bit of a fight back. So if you've missed that spectator announcement for those in the Thomas Fell and Kershup car parks, because of the blocked exit from the car park due to inconsiderate parking of a number of spectators, we are allowing the exit through the Thomas Fell stage at post 2 until 5:30. It will close promptly at 5:30. Thank you to Matt Cotton for that, and to the organisers for quick thinking. Contingencies for spectators. Well,
evening.
This is a car to be thrown around in the snow, isn't it?
Yes, not too much throwing around, just because I'm getting used to the weight over the rear. I've spun it more times than I want to admit, working it out, but I thought we left the ice behind. That was probably one of the slippiest we've done yet, so very good fun, mate.
I was going to say, yeah, you're still smiling.
Yeah, no, honestly, the concentration when the car's trying to spin in a straight line, yeah, it was good fun. Yeah,
nice, good fun, says Ben Smith in the Porsche 911. Now I think this is the, Tell me about that, Eric.
It's not a good stage for us. Very, very slippery, snow, ice, and I'm not feeling fog. I'm not feeling not a good stage.
But you're still through it, and we're glad to have you out. Alonso in the Spanish 911 actually drove the car here, we believe. How was that?
Slippy.
Need I ask?
Yeah, driving on ice. No, not a people off there, but just glad to get through it.
Your brakes actually smell hot. I haven't smelled hot brakes yet at the stage end here.
See you later.
Probably riding them as opposed to using them as they were intended, I should imagine. Well, what do you do in a stage like that?
You just got to try and get through without chucking it in the ditch like everybody else seems to have done. Wow, I've never seen so many cars off in one stage. They're just back ends of upside down cars everywhere. And then went up into the cloud. I had to turn the lights off at one bit, back onto standard lights, because it was just like a wall of fog. And then another upside down car appeared.
I think you just described the R.A.C rally to me.
Yeah, I think it was, yeah. So, but it's all part of the entertainment, isn't it?
It is part of the entertainment, but not for those just being described. Rob Barrett quite happy to have got through that in his Jeff Jones Motorsport Mark II. Just quickly pop to the studio van, because I think my radio battery is dying, and I heard a comment, but I couldn't hear what it was. Right, we have the top 10 coming through the Hyndlee stage now, so we're going to leave the stage end here. Sam and I are going to hot-foot it back to the special stage studio van, and we'll bring you some action from the top 10 through the Hyndlee stage, and then we have to get back to service to film the interviews and the various other things we need to do for the R.A.C Rally Report show this evening. Just another reminder, if you are in the Thomas Fell and Kershup car parks, a spectator announcement, or you know someone who's stuck in there, who's been moaning to you they're stuck in there because of inconsiderate parking by other spectators, drop a message to them for me and tell them that we are allowing an exit of the car park via the Tommy's Fell stage at post 2, and that's until 5:30. You've got 20 minutes just shy to leave through that opening the organisers have created through some quick thinking. It will close promptly at 5:30. Well, we knew that the Roger Rabbit clock would throw drama up, and it has for the last couple of days, but there's a tipping point, the witching hour, when all of a sudden the drama and the theatre, as you can see, cars fighting with the stage, even in oh, that is stage 14 we're still looking at there, isn't it? Stage 15, we're just waiting for the first of our cars through, have we? Oshan's been through. Yeah, no, we're only going to see spotlights at this stage, aren't we? So we'll bring you a bit more. I mean, look at those shots. We just heard from Rob telling us that the fog hits you as you come towards the end of the stage. I suppose the sight of spotlights picking their way through fog in the north of England, and on the Scottish borders on a rally stage on the R.A.C. is a spine-tingling sight, isn't it? Heady and very atmospheric shots from our drone team in that 15th stage. Look at that, the car's spotlights picking out the tree line and darting from side to side as the drivers battle with the grip, or should I say the lack of grip in the stage. It is quite intoxicating to watch, isn't it? Adrian Hetherington is off in this stage, or at least stopped. We're not sure on the exact details of that. A 4th fastest time from Arne Radstrom. When he said to us, Wayne Goldring, at the start in that feature that we put out last night in the rally report, that he was going to take the fight to the escorts, you sort of hear comments like that and you think, yeah, okay, we'd love to see that happen. And he is absolutely doing it. And he said to me, the time will be awful because we've lost our power steering, and it was still 4th fastest. It's just brilliant, isn't it? These are the stories we will be talking about in years to come. And do you know what? The EWRC times are actually coming through quite quick now to confirm that Paul Barrett and Gordon Noble are now 4 seconds in the lead of the Roger Albert Clark rally. Oisin Price and Dale Furness trailing by 4 seconds, having come into this 14th stage, the second of these day 3 stages here on our northern leg of the event, with a 41-second lead. They lost it all in there, the conditions so treacherous. Oisin choosing caution, discretion, the better part of valour. He will go on to fight and to try and regain the lead of the rally, but he isn't stuck in a ditch, which is the main thing. Martin McCormack, Barney Mitchell, again, really struggling for grip through there, but Marty just pleased to be here, having had about 100 metres of ditch action with the BMW completely off the road, managing to get back on. I wasn't quite sure how, was he? But he was delighted that he got to the end of the stage. Still 3rd place, and still with a 23-second margin to Frick James and Emma Jones, actually. Greg McKnight, Harry Marchbank reported just getting through that stage. They were equal, 8th fastest with McCormack through there, actually. Oisin Price was 7th fastest, so it wasn't a throw it all the way stage, but he did lose due to a couple of pretty big times. Biggest from Matt Edwards and Sean Williams. Did lose that lead, and with it, perhaps a chunk of his confidence, because he looked crestfallen at the end of that stage, but I'm sure he will reset. And they'll be into Hyndlee. Well, we've seen them through Hyndlee, haven't we? But still a long way to go today, and indeed for the next 2.5 days of this rally. James Ford, Neil Shanks, didn't want to stop at the end, still grumpy, but 3rd fastest through there in the Viking Motorsport car. 12.20 from them, and just 1 second behind the Swedish pair in the Volvo 262. Tom Walsh, there's no wonder he was smiling. Will Atkins alongside, 5th fastest through there, and Jason Pritchard 6th fastest. No real surprises looking through there. Mark Higgins, Carl Williamson just dropping down a little further than they would have liked, I think. 23rd fastest was the Skoda favourite of Aldrich Kovarik from the Czech Republic. That's a good time from him in that H9 Category 4 Group A Skoda favourite. So your top 10 currently looks like this as you look at spotlights in the Hyndlee stage. Stage 3 today, stage 15 of the rally so far. Paul Barrett, Gordon Noble lead by 4. Ocean Price, Dale Furnish in 2nd. It's Martin McCormack, Barney Mitchell in 3rd. Then Diffrick James, Greg McKnight, Mark Higgins, Arnie Radstrom, Tom Walster, Ben Friend and Matt Edwards, who is on a fight back, make up the rest of the top 10. That's it from our live coverage this morning. Stay tuned to the Roger Albert Clark social media for updates on revised timings for the rest of the stage schedule, but we will be live with Phil Bramhill tonight in the rest of the day's stages, and we will have the R.A.C. rally report for you this evening when we will recount what has been a pretty dramatic day here on our northern leg, the first of 3, and we've got a taste now of the drama and the theatre to come on this epic rally. Thank you for tuning in. See you later for the rally report.
Oh yeah, it's not very high up, that is it? Yeah.